one underway tonight with this Hewlett Chevrolet Buick broadcast. And we're excited for the sports season here on KS95 Sports. But we've got your pregame show coming up in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
No pressure, low prices.
Hi, this is Jason at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canton. Hewlett has been serving the Lake area for over 54 years, and we're proud to offer the lowest prices combined with a friendly, no-pressure environment. We are proud to offer our price match guarantee. You can buy locally without all the hassles and pressures of a big dealer, but still be confident you're getting the lowest prices on your purchase. I invite you to come experience the Hewlett difference today. Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canton.
No pressure, low prices. That's the way we do it. Shop Hewlett. ShopHewlett.com.
Since 1844, Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes have been a part of the Lake area. They've seen the communities grow, they've seen the communities change, but one thing remains the same. Nothing's more important than our schools. Kidwell Garber would like to take this time to salute everyone involved in keeping the schools a source of pride for the area. And to the students who always strive to do their best, whether in sports or academically, you are the future. From Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie and Kidwell Granite Works.
What a game. It's 4th and goal. Winter Shelton drops back in shotgun. Here's the snap. Shelton bootlegs. He keeps it. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown! When it comes to winning and real estate, there's one team crushing the competition. Winter Shelton Real Estate Group.
Shelton is crushing it.
Look them up online and Facebook.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Divine and the Land Pro team will provide you with excellent service and more than 25 years of combined knowledge of the local real estate market. Looking to buy or sell land or farms in Miller, Morgan, or Camden County? Call Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, at 573-280-4452. Victoria Divine makes finding your next home enjoyable, utilizing the latest technology to bring buyers and sellers together. Buying a home is a big decision. Trust Victoria Divine to handle all the details for you. Divine and Associates, powered by eXp Realty, located across from Wood Supermarket in Eldon.
And we are back here at Versailles getting ready to open up the regular season and start off week one. Thank you all for joining me for the pregame, brought to you by our friends at Winter Shelton Real Estate. This is the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show. Big game tonight for the Versailles Tigers because you always want to start the season strong. Week one is important because it sets the tone a lot for the rest of the season. And Versailles showing a lot of promise after the Jamboree. We saw them last week with Eldon and Colcamp, and they came out strong in both their showings. The offense was really clicking on all cylinders. The O-line gave them time, and we saw a lot of speed out of the receivers and the running backs. Defense had sound tackling, and I'm looking forward to seeing if they can bring that into the regular season and a tough opponent tonight against Noster. I got to take a little time and chat with the head coach of the Versailles Tigers, Warren Seitz, before the game. And we'll go ahead and talk with Coach Seitz in just a moment. That's going to be the Dunn Property Management coach's interview. So we'll go ahead and send it down to Coach Seitz as I asked him how his team looked going into tonight's matchup.
Good. I think we're confident. We've had good fall practice up until this point, and so hopefully we come out here and show that we've improved over the last last year. And so we're ready.
We got to see your boys last week in the Jamboree. Were you able to take anything away from the Jamboree?
Anytime you get film and you watch it as a player, you're going to get better. And so, of course, we did that this week. But just being out in competition against somebody else is always a good feeling and gets you headed in the right direction.
What do you know about Noster going into this one?
Well, their quarterback's been a starter for at least 2 years, and, they got a couple good explosive running backs. They're probably a lot like us up front, so it's going to be a battle up there. We split with them over the last 2 years, so it's going to be a good battle tonight.
How big of a factor is the heat for tonight's game, and what can you guys do to work against that?
Well, I think since we're going at 8 and the sun will be down, we'll have a little bit more time when the sun goes down. I don't think it's a huge factor, and we're going to be taking timeouts and this and that. So hopefully our kids have been hydrating over the last couple of days, and we keep them somewhat hydrated tonight so we can, both teams have a lot of guys going both ways. So that's going to be important.
All right, lastly, first game of the season. What do you want to see out of your squad tonight?
Execution, looking organized and ready to play, I think are the keys. Offensively, don't turn the ball over. Defensively, we really need to work on. We missed a lot of tackles last year, so working on that, and then special teams, just getting out there and doing your job on special teams.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That was head coach Warren Seitz talking about his Versailles Tigers before tonight's matchup with the Noster Panthers. Hey, we'll come back with more of your pregame show and be joined by my co-host tonight, Jason Vansel, here in just a few. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Hi, this is Greg at Surdyke Yamaha in Osage Beach. It's time for you hunters, ranchers, farmers, and outdoor enthusiasts to plan your time off the grid. Surdyke Yamaha has over 200 dirt bikes, motorcycles, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides coming in now. There has never been a better time to take you and your family outside deep in the Ozark Forest to find your secluded spot. Beat next year price increases and find your perfect Yamaha, KTM, or CF Moto today. There are many positions open at Surdyke Yamaha in Osage Beach. We need mechanics, we need sales guys, parts guys, dock girls. We need it all. Come see us today and join the winning team at Surdyke Yamaha in Osage Beach.
You ride on a reputation. Gary Surdyke. You ride on a reputation. You ride on a reputation.
The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices. Tim Schmidt Plumbing, Septic, and Excavating is a full-service plumbing company. Their highest quality licensed plumbers are some of the most qualified service professionals in the area. They can do anything from sewer pipe replacement to fixing a simple faucet leak at an affordable price. They provide a full range of plumbing, septic, and excavating services, including new home plumbing, water heaters, water softeners, new septic system, and land clearing. Licensed and insured. Call Tim Schmidt Plumbing, Septic, and Excavating for all your plumbing needs. 573-216-2292.
Camera. Well, after I break the camera, let's just keep it on the field for a second while I fix this. My goodness. Break the camera before we even get back. We're here with KS 95 Sports. I'm Colton Taylor, joined now by Coach Jason Vansel. Jason, how are you, man?
I'm hot.
It's been a warm one out there this week.
It's been, I just do middle school, but, I mean, you're talking, you throw a temperature out there, you're talking 120, 125 degrees on this turf all week long. And it has worked on all the coaches and the kids. I mean, it's been one heck of a week.
It has indeed, and with that temperature, you always run the risk of a lot of injuries and stuff, but it was nice to talk to Coach Seitz and hear that for our Lake Regional Health System injury report, really no major injuries plaguing the Tigers going into this one. I did get a chance to catch up, though, with the head coach of the Noster Panthers, Coach Franklin. And Coach Franklin was telling me that they are actually down a big part of their offense as their wide receiver, Sam Livington, a 5'10" player is out and also missing their 6'2" wide receiver. So that's going to be tough. But it's weird to say because we haven't got to say this for years, but Versailles comes into this one with a size advantage.
Yeah.
That's something the Tigers haven't felt in a very long time.
Nope, exactly. And if that's the case, they need to take advantage of it for sure. Because I truly believe after this week, all across the state, all these teams being limited to 1 hour practices on the field. And you can go in, but to be honest, as a football coach, you're not going to get much done indoors.
No,
and these kids, you're not getting the condition either. So we went a whole week without really a full practice. Everybody has. You know, conditioning in heat like this, I can see becoming a factor. And you know, thank God Versailles has got, you know, we went over 40 in numbers this year because we saw a lot of new faces, Colton, make plays in the Jamboree. And we may need everybody on that team tonight by that fourth quarter. Because I got a feeling cramps are coming tonight.
I couldn't agree more. And Coach Seitz kind of spoke about that a little bit, that they are going to be, you know, paying attention to that. But his kids have been conditioning, and they should be ready to go. Real quick, do want to go ahead and thank Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, for sponsoring our booth here tonight so we can have this broadcast. But we are going to have some fun. Jason, one thing that came out today was the districts. And if you're Versailles, you got to be looking at things pretty positive. In Class 2 District 3, we have Carrollton, Cole Camp, Father Tolton, North Callaway, South Callaway, Versailles, and Warsaw. Well, we saw Colcamp in the Jamboree, and Versailles looked sharp against Colcamp.
We looked pretty good against Colcamp.
Warsaw, big matchup coming up next week. The Tigers will travel to Warsaw to face off with the Wildcats. That will be a big game there that could have huge implications later in the season. I mean, Father Tolton is likely going to be very good this year. They generally are pretty good. I don't know much about Carrollton, but I've also heard South Callaway is usually pretty stout.
South Callaway is usually not too shabby, and North Callaway, they'll catch. There's certain years they'll catch you too. So. But I don't know enough about them, but yeah, it's a pretty good district.
It's a district, though. If you're the Tigers, of course, you got to go one game at a time, and they're not thinking about districts right now. But it's one of those, if you can get off to a strong start, put some wins on your record early, it's not out of the question to think the Tigers could be hosting a home district game with that layout.
Sure, and a lot of people, with this conference change and some different teams on the schedule, if we can go into districts with 5, 6, 7 wins, I don't know. You have to see how things go. But man, that district schedule gets a lot easier when you aren't beat down. But yeah,
absolutely.
It's
a district, though. If you're the Tigers, of course, you got to go one game at a time.
There's no reason Versailles could not win that district. I'm not saying they would, but I'm saying there's no reason we shouldn't be right there playing for it, too.
I think they're going to have a good chance. By the way, if you're listening to this broadcast, you can either listen to the broadcast on 95.1 FM or online at lakeradio.com. And new this year, we are streaming live video feed at mosportszone.com. So not only this game, you can watch this one live right now. You'd be staring at Jason and I's ugly mugs, but you can if we haven't broke the camera, we'll get it to the field here in a little bit for the game coverage, but you can also catch up some of the other games in the area. Going on tonight, Osage at Jefferson City. That game is on our sister station, Cool 102.7. Rolla at Camdenton on Mix 92.7, and both those games are available on mosportszone.com. But elsewhere tonight, Eldon is at Fulton. That's another big one to start the season for the Mustangs. We'd love to see them get off on the right foot and put a win under their belt. Tipton is at Crestridge with Chilhowie. Tipton, a Class 1 school. I know their district came out as well and looks very favorable for a good Cardinal squad. Colcamp is at Wellington, Napoleon, and California at Willow Springs. Some of the other area high school games going on. So, Jason, it just feels right. We're back to football.
We are back. I wish it felt more like fall, though, but we are back nonetheless, so that's a good thing.
Cooler temperatures are coming. Well, we will be back with the starting lineups and your kickoff. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Dunn Property Management is currently taking applications for over 30 one-bedroom, one-bath units in Eldon. These units are for ages 55 plus. Rent includes water, trash, snow removal, and lawn services, and can be pet-friendly upon approval. Locally owned and operated with full-time maintenance staff and office manager. They are close to churches, the senior center, shopping, and parks. For more information, call Dunn Property Management, 573-569-1200.
Let's cut a deal at Seidenstricker Nobe Partners. Save up to $5,000 on a select John Deere compact tractor package with our exclusive 10-year warranty. And to make things better, we're offering 0% financing for 60 months with zero down. Get your John Deere equipment by shopping online or visiting us at any of our 28 locations. Let's cut a deal now at Seidenstricker Nobe, snpartners.com.
Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Looking for a pre-owned, dependable car or truck? Stop by Tim's Auto Connection just south of Laurie. Check out their selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. Tim's team will be happy to help you find the vehicle you're looking for, even if it's not already on their lot. Call or stop by Tim's Auto Connection for quality service, no pressure, and great prices on pre-owned vehicles. Tim's Auto Connection, just south of Laurie. Call 573-372-0280. That's 573-372-0280.
Sure, people say vaping is a safer alternative to smoking. It's safer than swimming with sharks while dressed like a sea, flying a kite in the middle of a lightning storm, brushing your teeth with toilet water. Just because people say vaping is safer than cigarettes doesn't make it safe. Do your part. Spread the word and the trend.
This message brought to you by the Miller County Health Center.
We are back with KS 95 Sports live from Versailles. We're getting ready for kickoff. The teams are getting ready to meet up and do the coin toss. Before we get there, though, I'll turn it over to Jason so we can get the starting lineups for tonight's contest.
All right, here we go. We have a 5'10 senior, number 2, Chase Shoemaker at running back. We have 6'3 junior, Reese Murdoch, number 6. We have the big boy, 5'10" senior Ty Ollison. At running back, we have number 10 Fletcher Bias, who's a 5'11" junior this year. New face, going to do some good things. We have 6'1" senior X-Man Xavier Jones. We have a 5'7" junior Brady Dobbins, number 24. We have number 52 Dalton Reza, who's a 5'10" sophomore this year. We have number 65 Tyler Morrison Timo, the 5'10" sophomore. We have the 5'10" junior Shane Bright, number 57. 5'9" senior Garrett Belt, big boy, number 59. And new to the squad this year, going to be a great player, 6'1" sophomore Jay Sean Cotton, number 77 out there.
I'm excited to see this Tiger lineup, and of course the Tigers under head coach Warren Seitz, a man who I think we both agree knows football about as well as anyone you're going to find in this arena tonight.
He's the best X and O's guy we've probably had in a long time. And that's no offense to anybody before him. It's just Coach Seitz has got a heck of a pedigree. He's a great coach.
While I got a moment, by the way, special thanks to Aaron Allen, the AD here, first-year AD, but I swear he acts like a seasoned vet. I showed up, and he already had the stuff open and ready for me. Text me as soon as they changed the schedule this week. I mean, he has been extremely hospitable and done everything asked. And, of course, Mr. Merritt as well was running around with me today trying to cause trouble. But great guy, great crew here at Versailles. We appreciate him having us. It's just about, we're almost to the top of the hour. You are listening to tonight's broadcast on KTKS Versailles, Eldon and the Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM, and also online, lakeradio.com, and now streaming at mosportszone.com. I'm Colton Taylor, joined by the coach Jason Vansel. We got Eric Dean up on the roof and Mark Sidebottom back at the studio. Boy, we just got people spread out all over the place.
Got them everywhere, man.
And somewhere I think JT's parked on a couch watching this. So, and Paige is excited because she gets to see the Wienermobile tomorrow.
Where's that at?
At Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee down at Osage Beach.
I go down there on my 3-day weekends I get now.
Tell me that thing's not cool. I mean, you get 3-day weekends now?
Yeah, this 4-day school week. I just tried out the 4-day work week this week, so now I'm going to try out the 3-day weekend that comes with it.
Let's see what they got out here for the coin toss. See the numbers. I believe that's Reese Murdoch out there. I got Rock.
We got my eyes need to be better. Number 7, Ty Ollison's out there. Number 6, Reese Murdoch is out there. Number 10, Fletcher Bias is out there, the quarterback. And what do we got there? Is that 2? Chase Shoemaker out there, number 2.
I just realized, did they only give us the 2 rosters? I thought there were more up here. Because I am going to have to steal those back from you at some point.
No, you're fine. You can have them.
If we have to, I'm sure we can steal some from our neighbors next door.
We'll figure it out.
But nonetheless, that's a good group of guys out there. I'm excited tonight, Jason, to see the balance. We saw in the Jamboree, Chase Shoemaker has speed and explosiveness, but then you got Ty Ollison, who's basically a bulldozer with a smile on his face.
Yeah, he's not going to fool you any. He's just going to run you over.
No, there is no pizzazz and no flair to what Ty does. I mean, we watched him stiff-arm his own teammate.
Yeah.
That's. I still would like to know the story behind that.
When you knock your lead blocker down because he's in your way.
But, hey, I mean, get faster or get out of the way. But looking at the size differential, it's weird saying Versailles has a size advantage, but for once they do. The biggest player on the O-line, Knob Noster, comes in at 5'11", 230 pounds, just a sophomore. Whereas the Tigers, I mean, they're not massive by any means, but they have balance. There's 230 on the line, 220 on the line, 230 again on the line. The smallest being 195, but a strong 195. I was really curious what they listed Ty at. I still think 5'10's a little shy. I think he's closer to 6 foot, but still 205 pounds, and I think it's all muscle.
It's all muscle.
I mean, that's and Reese. Did they say Reese is 6'3"?
Yeah, and I found out why he's not wearing number 5 this year.
Why is that?
Because he got so much taller and bigger, he didn't fit in the number 5 jersey, so he had to give it away.
Yeah, if he's 6'3", I'm 5'6".
So
I don't.
He's already gotten bigger from last year.
I was gonna say I think he's every bit of 6'4". And if you want to talk about athletic, we had their game with Camdenton in the championship of the Tipton tournament last year, and he pinned a kid on the backboard, and seeing Reese hit his head on the bottom of the backboard.
Yeah.
And then the same kid comes out, I don't know if I can dunk or not. It's like, son, you hit your head on the backboard. You can dunk.
That's going to be fun to watch him in basketball, too, without a doubt. See that light come on.
Oh, he's just an all-around athlete. Speaking of all-around athletes, shout out to our chain gang tonight. Heath Murdoch over there anchoring down that chain gang. You know we're going to get good measurements.
Man, he's been doing it for what now? Is that 47th year?
47 or 48. I don't remember which. Yeah, we tried telling him there is no retirement plan for the chain gang, but he just doesn't seem to want to listen to us. So, Heath, we appreciate what you do out there, buddy. We really do.
Usually he's messing with us. But I guess he has to work now, so he can't mess with us.
Well, we're about ready to kick off the first quarter, brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement. And Versailles is going to get the first crack at this thing. Noster set for the kickoff, and we are officially away with the 2023 football season. Tigers will pick it up and take it. Instant contact, breaking a tackle, fighting for more yardage, getting out to about the 26-yard line. Short return, but solid field position to start this drive.
Who was that? Number, was that 51?
You know, it would probably help if I had my roster out to start here this thing. I talk about it before the game. Yeah, back to return for the Tigers. That was Cadence Gilbert, a 6'1 sophomore. So we'll see what the Tigers can do with this first offensive possession. Fletcher Bias, the starting quarterback for the Tigers. We'll see. I expect big things out of this O-line. Operating out of the shotgun, halfback to his left. It's a handoff going to the right side. Breaking through a tackle. Good hole in the middle. Gain of about 6 or 7 on that first carry. Nice first down run for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's Coach Seitz's favorite play. It looked like his power play. He loves that power play. And why wouldn't you if you're going to get that kind of yards on one carry?
Tell you what, it is a little difficult to see that. I was trying to figure out which halfback's in right now. I believe that's Brady Dobbins.
I think it's Dauber. Yeah, I think it's him out there.
Well, I've got Dobbins listed as a tight end, though.
Well, you'll, yeah.
We'll have to see on
Yeah,
this.
he is a tight end. That's him at number 24 right there.
We'll see on the carry on second down, going right up the gut. He's going to be close to the first down, and he gets it. Nice 4-yard gain there. See the back come up here and see if we get it. Oh, that is Chase Shoemaker. So 2 carries and 12 yards to start the game. Right out the gate for a Serdike Yamaha. First down for these Versailles Tigers.
Yeah, if you can keep that up all night, you could wear anybody out quick with running games like that.
Well, you're a coach, Jason. I mean, is 6 yards of carry good for a running back?
I would never throw the ball, ever. If I had 6 yards of carry, and I would wear my opponent out by halftime.
you would be Hank Strahm way back in the day.
They won a lot of championships in the old days doing that stuff.
All right, out of the shotgun. Bias, it's going to be a hander. I know he's going to keep it right up the middle. Gets through one tackle, takes a solid hit, but he's still going to pick up 5.
Nice carry.
Yeah, a little play action to the quarterback keeper from Bias. He's an athlete.
Yes, he is.
That's going to be the thing for Versailles. They have a lot of athletes on this squad.
This ought to be the most explosive Versailles team we've had for a while, without a doubt. I mean, when you look at it, these new faces are really going to help Versailles out this year, man.
I absolutely agree. So second, and we'll call it 5 here for the Tigers from the 43-yard line. Once again, if you'd like to watch this game, it is available on mosportszone.com. Bias out of the shotgun, no back. Instead, wide receivers trips right. No, now they're going to bring Ty around for protection. Ty off to it, flanking him to the right. What have we got here? Timeout called by Versailles. Coach Seitz didn't like what he saw. That's a Lloyd Belt Automotive timeout on the field. Tigers want the break. We'll take it as well. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Holly Lift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Holly Lift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly Lifts.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people called DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
And back at Versailles, Tigers with the ball on second down, the opening drive of the contest from the 43-yard line. Bias with Ollison to his right, trips wide receiver. He's going to go on the screen pass to Ollison. Ollison takes the initial contact, trying to run through it. It takes 3 men to bring him down, but he's going to get hit for a loss. Drop back at the 40.
Yeah, that's a nice little play, but you got to give Knob credit on that, man. They had 9 tacklers there quick. I mean, they've obviously seen Ty on film, and they know one tackler's not going to do it. So that was a good job by Noster right there getting to the ball.
It really was. I like the play idea. I do. If you can get Ty into a little space with his size and strength. Knob is not very big, but they are quick and athletic.
Tell you what, you get to the ball like they just did, a whole lot of little guys will get it done.
So 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 4 Bias out of the shotgun. I believe he's got Shoemaker tucked in there to protect. He's going to drop back. Takes pressure, and Shoemaker's Bias goes down. That's going to be a sack for Noster. They brought heat off the edge, and it got home.
That's about a -7 there. That's a big play for Nob.
That is a tough sack to take for the Tigers. Looked like a promising drive early, but learn from it, move forward. So the Tigers going to be forced to punt as they're facing 4th and about 16. I honestly am not sure who the punter is for Versailles. I want to say last year Reese punted.
I was thinking it was, but I might be wrong. But I was thinking it was.
Let's see here.
No, it looks like he's going off to the side.
Wait, are they going for this? The Tigers are lining up like they're not going to punt this. Out of the shotgun. They're not. Bias is going to roll out under pressure, and he's going to take the sack. The Tigers going for it on 4th and long, and pressure got home. That's a big turnover on downs.
Yes.
Jason, are you at all surprised to see the Tigers go for it facing 4th and 15?
I thought they would maybe call a timeout, or we were just trying to pull them off sides or something. I didn't really think they would do it, but
I've seen teams before that claim that statistically going for it on 4th down is better than punting, that you will actually get it more than maybe Coach Seitz is going with that approach this year. Maybe we're not going to see punts.
I probably want to be on the other side of the Tiger Head logo if I did it, though.
I couldn't agree more. So now Noster will get their first look of this one at quarterback for Nob. Well, we'll find out. Tigers looking to bring a little pressure here on 1st and 10. Nob with the ball on the Tiger 25. Operating out of the shotgun. Nob takes the snap, dropping back, looking to the right. Little Tiger heat coming. Quarterback, he's going to scramble. Gets in the middle of the field. Good, clean tackle, but not before he picked up, about 3 yards. A little dark in here. I was trying to see
who
the quarterback is for Nob. Starting quarterback for Nob in his 2nd season is Trey Payne. Trey Payne, he is a 5'11", 205-pound senior, very athletic. So quickly back to the line is Nob, 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Payne out of the shotgun, takes it, fakes the handoff. No, it is a handoff right up the middle, and the Tiger defense was ready for it. They stand him up at the line.
I think Shane Bright was in on that, number 57, I think was first man there, it looks like.
So the Tiger defense, this is a huge 3rd and 7. If you can get a stop here, I don't know anything about field goal kicking for the Panthers, if they would even try one from here, or if they would go for it on 4th down, but it could be a big stand for Versailles if they can get a stop. Payne out of the shotgun. Halfback to his right, 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 high right. Receiver comes in motion. Payne takes the snap, drops back, throws left, screen pass. Receiver breaks through 1 tackle, turns it outside, green grass. He's going to go for the score. First points on the board go to Noster.
Nice little play. I got to give it to him.
Yeah, that was a good blocking up front by the receivers to create the space, and Nob trotting into the end zone for the first points of the game. So Versailles chose to go for it on 4th and long, and Nob made him pay for it.
Still early. Tigers got plenty of time to bounce it back.
Yeah, I love this field. I really do. My only complaint about it is the scoreboard way off to the left. 7:10 to go here in the first quarter as Nob going to go for the 2-point conversion. Hey. Tigers not having it. Brought down in the backfield trying to get a number on that jersey.
I think that's Ty. Ty Allison, number 7.
I should have known by the way he threw him down. Big Ty Allison breaking up the 2-point conversion. So it's 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Noster leads Versailles 6-0. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
It's not called a farm won't or a farm can't. It's the Case IH Farm All Series, and it's available now at Crown Power and Equipment. And instead of telling you that the Case IH Farm All can do baling, mowing, pulling, raking, and digging, we'll just give you the list of things it won't do. Ready? Nothing. Get your Case IH Farm All Series today at Crown Power and Equipment and find out why Can Do comes in red. Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. Find a location near you at crown-power.com.
And back here in the first quarter of this matchup between Noster and Versailles. Nob putting the first points on the board after Versailles goes for it on 4th and 15, but could not convert. That gave Nob a short field, and Nob went to work early. Jason, that's one of those moves if the Tigers convert that 4th and long, because they did catch Nob off guard. Nob had a return man back. If you convert it, you seem like a hero. It doesn't work, and people question it.
And that's the thing. You made the call. Move on. If you're Coach Seitz, you made it. it didn't work out for you. But I got a feeling we're gonna do some things on offense tonight. That's not going to happen every time, so they'll be fine.
We are still in this first quarter, 7:10 to go in the first quarter, brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement. Back on the return, Xavier Jones and Reese Murdoch, the two returnmen. So there's speed back for the Tigers. Kickoff is deep, and it looks like Reese is going to get a look at it. Takes to the 20, bobbles it, picks it up over to the 25, cuts inside, breaks through the middle, back to the outside. Can he shed a tackler? They get him by the ankles down at the 31, and they should be thankful they did. If that ankle tackle doesn't stand, Reese is jogging into the end zone right now.
I tell you what, he may have bobbled it, but whenever he finds that little crease, boy, he hits it hard, man.
That kid is, I mean this as a comment, he is shifty. He can go left or right so fast, and I love that as he's picking the ball up, that head was up already looking for a seam.
Yeah, when he sees it, he hits it hard. And you can never hit Reese square.
No,
Like I said, he's just shifty. You get a piece of him. You get his shoe. That's about
Well, I'm here to tell you grew up with his brother. He's used to taking shots at home. I promise he knows how to avoid them. All right, this Tiger offense looking to put some points on the board. Bias out of the shotgun, takes snap. It's a handoff. Little miscommunication. Bias is going to keep it. He's got some ground to make up. Can he turn the corner? What a stiff arm by Bias. Gets to the sideline to the 37.
that was not a stiff arm. That was the stiff arm right there.
Bias should have been stopped for a loss instead. He did his Derrick Henry impersonation and said, sit down.
Hey, that's the way to make the most out of nothing right there, man.
There was a miscommunication between the back and Bias. The running back basically ran into Fletcher, but Fletcher and I was trying to see, I believe that was Shoemaker out there with him.
Shoemaker back here with him.
I really do think Shoemaker is a good running back and is going to have a strong season for the Tigers, but it is going to be a gelling process early on. So here we are. It is second and we'll say about 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard gain for Bias. Shoemaker takes to the left. He's got a hole in the middle, cuts back, driving the pile. 7-yard gain for Chase Shoemaker.
Yeah, good job for Chase. He found the crease. He hit it hard and kept his feet moving.
That's a Serdike Yamaha first down for the Versailles Tigers. You got to shake off that first drive and start putting something together here in this first quarter. We have 6 minutes to go in the first. Noster leads the Tigers 6-0, but Versailles is driving. They've got the ball up to the 44-yard line. Still on their side of the field, though. So on 1st and 10, let's see what the Tigers can do. Bias takes it out of the shotgun. Fakes the pass. Handoff up the middle. There's a hole. Breaking tackles all the way down to the 43 of Noster. Chase Shoemaker running with purpose.
Yeah, now that was quick. He was already through there before I ever even could find him.
That's a burst of speed from Shoemaker. And how about the big boys on the O-line? They opened up a hole that you could drive a Mack truck through.
You almost get the feeling Versailles' offense is a little upset that they gave up that touchdown and that Knob's on the scoreboard right now. So
sometimes you just got to shake off the rust after that first drive and say, hey, we're going to go get it done this drive. And that's what the Tigers are doing. That's another Serdike Yamaha first down. Out of the shotgun, Bias. He's got Chase behind him. Oh, bobbles the snap, hands it off to Shoemaker, and he is stood up. That play just a struggle from the get-go, not a clean snap and handoff.
No, that's a couple of them the Tigers have had. But, when you go a whole week and you're only getting half practice and, like I said, I that's where I think that some things – we're going to see what team makes the least amount of mistakes tonight.
I completely agree. Week 1 is a tough one, especially with everything going on. I mean, it's been literally 115 to 120 heat index. Noster's Coach Franklin was telling me that they've been having 5 a.m. practices. He said the kids chose that.
Yeah.
So he told them, if you're going to choose 5 a.m., you better not miss a practice.
And it's still hot at 5 a.m.
2nd and 12. It's a handoff to Shoemaker. No, it's quarterback keeper. Or no, excuse me, it was a handoff to Allison on the end around. He trucks the corner. Drives him for about a 13-yard gain. He's going to be about a foot shy of the first.
Yeah, it looked like they had 2 pulling on that. It looked like a counter play, and Ty just found somewhere else to go. He didn't really get behind him. He just found his own way. So.
Ty Hollison, when he gets that burst of speed, if you get in front of him, you better be sturdy and you better be ready because he's not letting up.
You better be committed to the goal. That's all I can say if you're going to hit him.
3rd and 1. We'll see what the Tigers do here, but they're going heavy on the line. Shoemaker back behind Bias out of the shotgun. Handoff. Shoemaker right up front. Takes contact. Spin move. Driving the pile for extra yardage. He'll get up to the 30. And another Serdike Yamaha first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, Brady Dobbins in there pushing people around, trying to fight to help Chase out a little bit there. So good job there, man.
Yeah, shout out to the big boys out front. I also saw Jay Sean up there moving a couple guys and creating space.
Well, Jay Sean was out there with his shirt off in practice. And I'm like, oh, my Lord, that boy's a man.
Yeah, this is
a big boy.
I expected to see the Tigers throwing it all over the field to start this game, but right now, They're going with some old school ground and pound football, showing, hey, we know we're bigger than Knob, and we're about to show Knob we're bigger than Knob.
This is what wears you out more than anything if you're a defense, is just getting trampled. So
good drive going for the Tigers. They are now down to the 30-yard line of Knob Noster, trailing 6-0. Receiver comes in motion, fakes the handoff, sweep to the running back to the right side, loses his footing, but Shoemaker will still gain a few down to the 27 of the Panthers.
Still positive yards, so.
They're using a lot of misdirection now. That is the Tigers, as they're sending different people in motion trying to throw them off. That time they got Xavier Jones going in motion. We're able to give it to Shoemaker on the cross. And is that the end of the quarter, or is it a water break?
I don't know. I'm thinking it might. Is it a mandatory water break?
I'm thinking it may be. With 3:18 to go, both teams going to decide. We're going to assume it's mandatory water break. We'll take a water break as well. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Car buying has definitely changed a lot. I don't dread it at all anymore, thanks to everybody at Lloyd Bell Automotive. I knew what SUV I wanted. I knew right about what I wanted to pay, but I thought it was going to be hard to find until I mentioned it to the guys at Lloyd Bell Automotive, and they had one here within 2 days. They brought it to me. They made sure I loved it, worked out all the financing. I've never done business like that before. Lloyd Bell Automotive is definitely making car buying fun again, and as a busy mom, I appreciate them very much.
Lloyd Bell Automotive, downtown Eldon.
And back here with 3:18 to go in this first quarter, the Tigers are driving. I'm Colton Taylor with Coach Jason Vansel. Jason, we were talking in that timeout, and everybody knows the name Reese Murdoch. Everybody knows he can go up and get it. We know about Fletcher Bias and his arm. We know about Xavier Jones and his athletic ability. But right now, this run game is working for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, in the heat like this, if you can ground and pound your opponent, this game could be over if we can get on the board a few times. It's hard, man, when you can't stop the run against somebody. It just just beats you down.
And, this weather is not good for anybody, but if you're going to wear them down, that humidity is going to be a factor.
Yes.
Legs start getting wobbly, blocking gets a little tougher, and that's when you start unleashing Reese Murdoch and those guys on them, and it gets interesting. So the Tigers now 2nd and 8 for this Versailles offense.
Yeah, this is the first time either team's been in full uniforms, and you know how much you sweat anyway without them. That really wears you down a lot.
A little confusion here. Officials discussing what's going on. They went over and talked to Coach Seitz, and now hollering to the other sideline. Everybody's kind of staring at each other like, hey, you guys all rested? We need more water? Not sure what the confusion is.
I think is it a drone deal?
Yeah, I've seen this before. You cannot have the drone out there, I guess.
It has to stay outside the sidelines, I think.
Gotcha.
I may be wrong, but I think that's the rule.
All right, we have cleared the airspace so, Bias won't accidentally pick one out of the air. Bias out of the shotgun. Shoemaker to his right. Handoff to Shoemaker. No, Bias is going to keep it. Goes up the middle, following the big boys. Driving the pile. Getting extra yardage out to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, keep pounding. Keep pounding.
Call that a 5-yard gain for Bias. He is a strong runner upon contact.
He's not scared of it, is he? He gets right in there and just keeps them feet moving, and that's what you got to do.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for this Tiger offense, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You're not taking field goals here anyways. This is 4-down territory already.
This is 4-down territory.
Coach Seitz, calm, cool, and collected, going to the playbook, dialing something up. He's going to spread it out. Murdoch has got a one-on-one, and they are not keeping safety help on Reese. Do you take a shot soon? No, it's a handoff right up the middle. Shoemaker going to be ridden down at the 24. He was close to breaking a tackle there, but a good job by Alex Garrow of Knob Noster, able to pull him down. So that's going to bring up 4th and 4 for this Tiger offense.
Take care of the ball, and, if you're the Tigers, heck, go up there and try to pull them off sides and get a cheapie.
I really wonder if Xavier Jones is going to check back into the game for the Tigers. I keep watching. They're bringing Reese down to the near side. A corner is trying to match him at the line in this man defense with no safety help. At some point in this ballgame, if you're going to press Reese at the line, you got to take that shot.
Well, you've got him and X-Man both out left.
They've got one-on-ones out there with no safety help, giving him a gap. Man in motion. It's a handoff to Ollison. No, it's a keeper right up the middle. Bias stumbling, rumbling all the way down to the 14-yard line. Another Serdike Yamaha first down for the Versailles Tigers, and they are operating now in the Case IH Crown Power Red Zone.
Well, we're averaging about 12 yards a carry on that particular play, so you can expect to see that more.
Fletcher, if the parents of Fletcher Bias are listening right now, please have an ice bath ready for this boy after the game because he's hitting everyone on these runs.
Well, when you let Ty pound it a little bit and you fake the handoff to him, everybody keys on him, and Fletcher can sneak up the middle pretty quick like that.
1:30 to go here in the first quarter. This has been a 5.5-minute drive already for the Tigers. Out of the shotgun, Bias takes it. Handoff left side. Allison driving right into the pile and taking them with him down to the 9-yard line.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't know how he moved it because they had his legs wrapped up, but Ty carrying 3 Panthers with him.
I don't know. He ran for 3 and then stomped for 3 more.
Ty Allison doing what he does out there. Tigers are moving. They are within the 10-yard line now. They still can get a first down. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. That first down marker about at the 5-yard line. Versailles going to try to get on the board before the end of the quarter. We're under a minute to play, 50 seconds to go in this first quarter. Tigers trailing 6-0. Bias, he's got Shoemaker out to his left. 3 wide receivers out to the right. It's a handoff. No, it's going to be the keeper. Bias driving the pile again, this time down to the 4. That'll be enough for another Serdike Yamaha first down. Tigers just rolling right through this Crown Power Case IH red zone.
I think we got one down. I hope it's just a cramp. And I think it's number 52. I'm not sure who
Yeah,
that
a
is.
little shaken up for the Tigers.
That's a cramp. You can tell. It's a hurt.
Yeah, that's Dalton Reza.
Yep.
Just a sophomore. They're going to stretch the leg out and give him a minute here, take a break. So we'll go ahead and take a break as well. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Stepping onto the boat, pushing off from the dock, tying on the perfect bait, and casting a line.
Grandpa, we got one.
Sharing your favorite hobby. Brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. From total joint replacement to memories that can't be replaced.
My fish is bigger than yours.
Our commitment runs deep. Learn more at lakeregional.com.
Back here at the end of the first quarter, we've got just under, 32 seconds left in this one. The Tigers are driving a cramp on the field, but the player is up now. Those are the worst, Jason. When you've had heat like this, those cramps, man, they'll make a baby out of any grown man.
They hurt, especially about 3 in the morning when you get them.
It's harder as we get older, I swear.
Oh, mercy.
I apologize. I've got guys updating me. It's a little bit of a struggle on this quarterback keeper. They're running this option between Bias and Shoemaker and occasionally Allison in motion. And I'm not going to lie, with these dark jerseys, it does become difficult at times to see exactly who's got it.
Yes.
But the Tigers, look at the spot of the ball. They're on the 4-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Great job by the chain gang on that possession as well. Way to get it done, boys.
It's all Heath Murdoch, man. He's the hardest.
Just carrying the load.
Yeah, carrying the load.
Xavier and Reese spread out as receivers. Tigers going to stay on the ground. Handoff. Allison just trucking them at the line.
There you go.
Driving it down to the 1-yard line. There is nothing pretty about that. Or no, that was not Ty. I think that was Shoemaker.
Is that Shoe?
That was Shoemaker. My goodness.
My Lord, he's got power too. I mean,
That's
impressive.
That's scary if you're watching film on the Tigers. That's how this first quarter will come to an end. The Tigers trail 6-0, but they are knocking on the door all the way down to the goal line. And once again, this has been the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter. We'll come back with second quarter coverage. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Since 1991, Capital Monuments and the Atterbury family has served and supported the Mid-Missouri area. They've been offering generations of memorial experience by designing and creating the highest quality monuments. At Capital Monuments, they specialize in creating personalized and lasting tributes, from pre-need and at-need family memorials to military and community tributes. Come in and talk with one of their monument design specialists. They're located west of Jefferson City in Apache Flats, or visit capitalmonuments.com for photo samples. Capital Monuments, the tribute that lasts forever.
Back here getting ready for the second quarter in Versailles as the Tigers are facing off with the Noster Panthers. Tigers went for a long 4th and 15, 4th and 17, something like that in the first quarter on their own 20, 25. And we're not able to convert. Noster cashed in, got the early points, but Ty Allison broke up the 2-point conversion. Now the Tigers have put together roughly a 7.5-minute drive, and they are down on about the 1-foot line on second down. And Jason, based on what we've seen this drive, I'm just going to say they're going to keep it on the ground.
I'm going to go. Well, Colton, refresh my memory. Have we thrown the ball yet?
Not successfully, no. It has not technically left the quarterback's hands.
I was going to say, I don't think we've had a pass. So, yeah, I'm going to go.
This is Versailles, right? We're not watching the old Mustangs,
I'm
are we?
going to go with the statistics and say we're going to probably hand this to Ty or Shoemaker.
What should scare a lot of people is everybody knows that Ty Allison runs with that kind of power. But that last run by Shoemaker was so strong, I thought he was Ty.
Yeah.
And Shoemaker, I mean, Shoemaker's listed at 5'10" and 175, so he's 30 pounds lighter than Ty. If he can run with that kind of power and his burst of speed, they're going to have a two-headed monster back there this year.
That's angry running is what that is.
So here we are, Tigers down to the goal line. They're not even sugarcoating what they're doing. They put in the big boy lineup, all the beef up there, heavy package.
Foot-to-foot one, it's on.
And instead, it's a handoff right up the middle. Tigers trying to punch it in. What's the signal? Oh, are they going to say he got stopped short?
I don't know how, but maybe so.
Wow, stopped short. I'm not even sure who had the carry. I think it was Shoemaker, but I'm not positive of that. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal. I would almost consider going for the quarterback sneak.
I would just get up there and go.
Bias has ran so aggressively on this drive.
Go up there and quick snap it, silent count, and just go.
And Bias is in the big boy's ears on the line saying, hey, you're bigger and stronger than them. Move them a yard and we're in the end zone. So Bias under center, even though he's operated out of the shotgun this whole drive, look for the sneak here.
There it is.
Bias takes it. No, he's going to hand it off. Head of steam. Is he stood up? He is. What a defensive stance by Noster as they hit Shoemaker for a loss.
That is a nice job by Noster on defense right there.
That's going to bring up 4th down. And Tigers, what's your best play here? Is Coach Seitz going to burn a timeout?
You got to get this one in here, man, just for the mental aspect of getting this thing in.
I believe that's going to be a Lloyd Belt automotive taken by Coach Seitz and the Versailles Tigers, but we'll go ahead and keep it here through the break since we were just on one. I mean, 4th, and looking at the spot of the ball on the field, it's still only 4th and 1. Hear me out. Do you consider spreading them out with your receivers and let Bias roll out because if he needs to go, he can just run this thing?
You could. I mean, yeah. My thing is get up there, quarterback it right in. Just foot to foot, let's go. I don't like the turning and handing it off. That's just me.
It gives more time for the defense.
I don't want the defense to get a push. So just get it, me quarterback sneak it, get that A-gap, and just push. We've done a good job of pushing.
I can't disagree with you because looking at the spot of that ball, that's not even a yard.
No, it's what, a foot maybe?
It's a foot, and we've seen how Bias runs. I don't know the rules in high school football. Are you allowed to push your teammate? We've seen the Eagles do that in the NFL.
Yeah, I got to remember. There was something about that on my test the other day. Yes, to a certain degree, but you can't pull. Yes, you can push, but you can't pull somebody.
Okay, well, coming out there right now, Tigers, they're going to stay right in that heavy package. And they've got Reese Murdoch actually back behind Bias. They've got Murdoch, Ollison, and Shoemaker all back there. Bias, he's going to go right up the middle. He's got 3 men pushing him. Can he break into the goal line? That's a touchdown, Tigers. Fletcher Bias from 1 yard out with the push.
And that was literally a push.
That is quite the game plan. You bring in Murdoch, Ollison, and Shoemaker, put them right behind Bias, and you tell them, boys, if he gets stood up, bulldoze him into that end zone.
Plow him in there.
So the Tigers have matched the score of the Panthers. We're tied up at 6 apiece, and I don't know. Do the Tigers kick field goals? It doesn't look like they're planning on it. Or extra points, I should say.
I don't know. I've never looked down at their end of the field during practice, but I don't believe so.
They're going to come out here, and they're going to try for the 2-point conversion. So field or extra points not going to be something we see out of the Tigers. Bias out of the shotgun, receiver in motion, fakes handoff. Bias is going to keep it, tries to roll it to the right. He's hit behind the line, stretches for it.
I think he was.
They're going to say he was just shy. So both defenses showing up on 2-point conversions. Would like to say the Tigers were closer, but both defenses getting a big stop. Great job by Noster holding true. So we're tied at 6 apiece with 10:59 to go in the second quarter. The second quarter tonight brought to you by H&R Block in Versailles. We'll be back with more coverage. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Your local Lowe's tackles the competition this fall and backs its high school football teams this season. Lowe's wants its customers to do it right for less. Shop at Lowe's for all your tailgating needs and be prepared for autumn leaves. There's something for everyone at Lowe's. Easily located in Osage Beach on Highway 42. Score your own touchdown this season. Come in or shop online at Lowe's.com.
Back in the second quarter of this game between Versailles and Noster, tied up at 6 apiece with 10:50 to go in this second quarter. Once again, second quarter brought to you by our friends at H&R Block in Versailles. And, of course, got to give a special thank you to Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC, title sponsor of this broadcast. And we are having a lot of fun here. It's good to be back playing football, Jason.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of year. I think it's everybody's, man. We've got an excited crowd.
A good crowd on hand for that matter. I think half of Versailles is here tonight.
Hey, man, there were flags all over town today.
Love it.
There's something new in the air here, man. I'm not kidding you.
Tigers getting ready to kick this one off to Noster. They will. Kick going to be taken. Rolls quite a bit. Picked up at the 11-yard line. Running back going to take it on the left side. He's got a bit of a hole. Breaks a couple tackles. Driving the pile. Still going with it. He's going to go all the way out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That's a strong return from Noster.
That was a nice job. I'm not sure who that was that did that. That was a really nice job.
So let's see what the Tiger defense can do here. Back out on the field is this Noster offense. They are led by that quarterback. They are led by the quarterback, Trey Payne. Trey Payne, and we've seen the running back, number 11, that is Adam Harvey. Adam Harvey, he is a 6'2", 185-pound senior. So from their own 38 on 1st and 10. Payne operating out of the shotgun. He's got Harvey to his right. Payne takes the snap. It's a handoff to Harvey on the right side. Tigers getting some pressure, but Harvey turns the corner up to the 45 to the 50, lowers his shoulder, pushing the defenders. He's going to carry him down to the 45-yard line of the Tigers. That's a 15-yard carry on 1st down.
Yeah, and the Tigers are right there to make the play. We just didn't take quite a good angle.
But that one's coming back. That yellow handkerchief down there means you did something you weren't supposed to.
He's a little quicker than a Tiger defense, I think, thinks he is, because they all kind of took the wrong angle on that deal when he took off.
I think some of that, once again, is a learning curve to start the season.
Sure.
You start getting used to how to play those angles. So that's a tough one for Knob. They pick up, well, actually, it would have been about a 17-yard gain, but instead, they're going to wind up moving back on this one. Is that a 10-yard penalty?
That's a 10-yarder, man. Yeah. That's a big penalty.
That really is. So that's going to bring up first. Well, it must be a spot foul based on how they placed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll bring up 1st and...
It's about 18, isn't it?
Yeah, give or take. I'm trying to do math in my head. It turns out I'm not good at that. So back out of the shotgun. This time, they're going to spread it out. 4 receivers spread out for Payne. He's trying to draw the Tigers offside. Did it work? Somebody moved. But for which side? Ooh, Noster. Coach Franklin can't be happy because they're marching the wrong way.
No, in that play before, the Tiger linebackers kind of flinched, and you can tell that they're obviously hearing a hard count of some sort. And that's a great idea as long as your team doesn't jump off sides.
That's the thing. You have a veteran quarterback in Trey Payne, and he's trying to take advantage of that with the hard count, but instead now his team staring down the barrel of 1st and 24. Momentum has really shifted to Versailles. Once again, 4 receivers spread out. Receiver comes in motion. It's going to be a sweep.
That's got to be
another false start for Noster. My goodness.
They had 2 moving at the same time.
Right now, if you're Versailles, you're saying, hey, just don't jump. All right,
just don't jump because you know they're going to have to throw it here in a second.
My goodness. So this is going to be 1st and almost 30. You don't get to say that very often.
Nope. And you don't really have many plays for 1st and 30 in your playbook either.
You know, I do remember if we got a timeout here, I bet Noster called that timeout, probably wanting to talk things out. I remember a few years back when the Raiders were, just the Raiders. And I want to say they faced like 3rd and 54 or something like that somehow. I don't know how they did it, but they're the Raiders, so I know they found a way. But,
yeah. That was against the Chiefs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember thinking, now I've seen it all, now I'm done watching.
I'm not a defensive coordinator, but I believe on 3rd and 54, you just send the dogs.
That's your sign that it's not going to be a good year.
Oh, now I say that, but I've also seen the Chiefs face 3rd and 20 and score a touchdown off it. So,
yeah.
But 1-5's a little bit different player out there.
Things changed when he showed up, didn't
they? You remember when the playoff curse was a thing?
Yeah.
And Patrick's like, what curse? I don't do those.
I love it because now everybody hates us. That means we're good.
We've become the new Patriots.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's great. All right, so 1st and 30 for Noster. If you're a DN for the Tigers, pin those ears back and go hunting right now. Receiver comes in motion for Knob out of the shotgun. Payne going to roll out to his left, wanting to go deep. Lets it fly. He's got a receiver at the 32-yard line.
Dropped it.
Did he drop it?
It looks like the ball's on the ground. I don't think he caught that unless.
You're right. That's going to fall incomplete. That's a tough one. He had a lot of room there. That would have got about half the yardage back for the Panthers, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 30.
Versailles is smart. The linebackers are moved back, playing at about 10, 12 yards depth. The backs or move back. Just keep it all in front of you. Play the odds here if you're Versailles. Just get the ball back.
This Tiger secondary has a lot of speed. I mean, you've got Xavier and Shoemaker back there, Reese Murdoch, and I can't see who's on the far side. So on second down, dropping back is Payne. He's going to keep it once we're on. No, he's going to fire up the middle. Got a receiver, breaking one tackle. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Tigers. Tigers have it, turning and taking it to the 33-yard line. That might have been Murdoch that picked it up.
I'm not sure who that was. Was it number 3?
Well, I think that might have been Shoemaker, actually.
I wish I had better eyes. Ooh, we got a flag. We got something going on.
Uh-oh. What's the flag going to be? I also don't know who delivered the hit for the Tigers, but to pop that ball loose.
There's not a black jersey over there where that flag was thrown. That's got to be on Knob saying something, I would think, but I don't know. But there's not a Tiger over there.
Yeah, a little something after the play, maybe. Extracurriculars. Well, they'll see the official is going to converge. Tigers aren't even worried about it. They're getting their offensive plays in and ready to rock and roll here. Mr. Official going to come out. Personal foul going to go against Knob.
Mercy, I don't know who it was against unless he hit one of his own players. There was nobody over there.
I believe that if that's a personal foul, is that 15 yards or is that 10?
I think 15, I believe.
Either way, the Tigers say, yes, sir. We're not going to argue with that. That will move Versailles all the way up to, my goodness. That's going to march them into the Crown Power Case IH red zone.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of this one here.
That's going to put them on the 18-yard line. So early in the game, the Tigers in the first quarter, you don't want to say gifted Knob, but they gave Knob very good field position on the 24. Now Knob returning the favor and giving the ball to the Tigers on the 18. Jason, last time we saw them with the football, they went ground and pound. Do you change anything here?
I throw a fade over here in this corner to Murdoch.
If they're going to stay one-on-one, he's going to see a pass eventually.
I don't know. Looks like coach is committed to the run game here, man.
And this time it does actually look like a safety is helping.
Here he comes. Let's see. I'd get him over here and hit him in the corner.
They're going to go trips left here, and he does have the one-on-one. Tigers spreading it out.
Another flag.
Yeah, but this one, who's this going to be on? It came out of the backfield on the side of Noster.
Is that a play clock violation? Yeah, we're at 0.
Well, but a timeout was called first. Coach Seitz saw that coming, was able to get the timeout in time. So a heads-up play by the coach, getting in the Lloyd Belt Automotive timeout. Tigers have the ball driving here in this second quarter. We'll come back with more in just a moment. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Chip Thunder here for Como Connect's ultra-fast internet. Today I'm going to teach Snuggles, my pet T-Rex, how to fetch. Here's a fetching stick. Now go get it. While I'm waiting on Snugs, I should tell you that Como Connect's internet is ultra-fast. Just go to ComoConnect.com to order. What in the party cove is that? Snuggles, you put that lady back in the Lake of the Ozarks where you found her. Sorry about your floaty, ma'am. Send the bill to Chip Thunder, baby.
Back in the second quarter, more specifically, this is the H&R block of Versailles. Second quarter, Tigers rolling right down into the Crown Power Case IH red zone, threatening to take a lead in this one. We're tied at 6 apiece, and I got to use all my flexibility to see the clock on this one. It is, well, they have the timeout clock. 9:53 to go in this second quarter. Tigers with the ball. And, Jason, we were taking guesses during the break. Do you stay on the ground, or at some point you got to take that shot at Mr. Murdoch?
I go up to the air on this one to Murdoch. I try to score, get the ball back, and score again before halftime.
They're heavy on the line. High snap. Faking the handoff. Bias going to keep it. Gets contact behind the line, but he's able to drag the defender with him back to the line of scrimmage. So a good job by Fletcher Bias to avoid the loss.
Versailles seems pretty committed to that run game. I mean, it's worked for him. So
I do think eventually you want to throw, even if it's a screen pass, just because they are starting to load the box against you right now. And I mean, you still had success. I'm not saying go away from it completely, but keep them honest. But good tackling there from Noster, keeping the ball in front of. That is something you got to give them credit for. Noster, they don't have a lot of size, but they tackle well and they gang tackle.
Yeah, they gang tackle well.
So spreading him out, Xavier Jones got a one-on-one on the bottom. Receiver comes in motion, faking the handoff. Instead, going up the middle, plowing for extra yardage, breaking one tackle, carrying him all the way down to the 9-yard line. Some hard-nosed running from the Tigers. Did Bias keep it, or did he give it to Shoemaker?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's hard to see out of this one window.
It is very, very difficult. I think Bias kept on. He did. That was Bias on the run, picking up. Oh, they're going to say that he was stopped at the 10.
Whoa.
I really thought he was farther down there.
I did
than that.
too.
So, yeah, that will bring up 3rd and 2 for the Tigers at the 10-yard line of the Panthers.
Tell you what, he looks quick when he keeps it, though, doesn't he? He looks fast.
It's crazy because right now, if you can't see the numbers, you can't tell me the difference from up here between Bias, Ollison, and Shoemaker. Tigers coming out of the huddle. They're getting to the line quick. They're wasting no time.
Yeah, I think they got caught that time.
I didn't see the official sign. Was it a false start or was it a delay of game?
I think delay of game.
Yeah, taking too long in the huddle. Coach Seitz telling them, calm down, get the play in, get back to line. So that's going to back them up and force a 3rd and 7. But once again, you're in 4-down territory.
We got a little excited with this good field position. We just got to calm down, take care of business.
So play coming in from the sidelines. Tigers go into the huddle as that play clock will reset. We got to be good. The superintendent's in here. You got to behave, man.
I just found a lamp, man. What do you think about that?
Cool. Yeah, plug her in.
I got to find a plug in.
Tell you what, I think we ought to plug in an extra headset and see if we can get Mr. Spinagle to join us.
Mr. Spinagle is the man.
Well, after this play, we will out of the shotgun. Bias drop back. They're finally going to throw this thing. He puts there a little high. Take the shot at X-Man there, but just a smidge high. He had him on a slant.
It was there.
Let's see here. Jason, I'm going to move your fan for a little bit.
You go right ahead.
I know I got an extra headset in here somewhere. One of these boxes. Well, other box. So let's go and bring up.
What do we got? We got 4th down and about 7.
4th and 7 is manageable. I mean, the Tigers can keep it on the ground if they want to. Maybe a little option action here. See what they choose to go with out of the huddle. 4th and 7 from about the 15-yard line. Receiver comes in motion. Bias takes the snap, rolls out to his left. Looking to throw. He's under duress. Got to get rid of it. He gets rid of the ball out of bounds. So it will go as an incomplete pass, but nonetheless a turnover on downs. Noster's defense has shown up when they needed to.
Yeah, they're a scrappy little bunch. They get after it. They get to the ball well. Gang tackle.
So let's see what we can do here so we can get Mr. Spinagle on the air. I should always keep a 3rd headset in, man. You never know who's going to stop by. We had Aaron Allen last week, and we get an AD now, a superintendent.
We get all the good visitors down here in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, don't we?
I expect you to wear a sweater next week now. Let's see. Where's my other plug-in? What am I doing wrong here?
I don't know, man. It's
give me a little. There it is. There it is.
You're the younger generation. You ought to know how to do this.
Oh, that's a stretch of the imagination if there ever was.
VCR in here. I can show you how to hook it up.
All right. Get this unwound, and we should be good to go. So the Tiger defense going to go back out, try to get a stop. Noster taking over at about the 20-yard line. Snoggle, hand that to you so you can get all fitted up. On 1st down out of the shotgun is Payne. Play action, quick strike up the middle, but it is dropped. He put some heat on that one.
Yeah, I think he was maybe heard some footsteps if he caught that. Then he might take a shot.
All right, we're joined now by the new superintendent of the Versailles High School, Mr. Spinagle with us. How are you, sir?
Hey, Colton. How you doing, bud?
A little warm up here, not going to lie.
Well, you got Big J up here taking up a lot of real estate. And
yeah.
He was well fed before the
That's
game
right.
at
That's
the
good stuff,
staff
man.
tailgate, and so he's putting off some heat.
What do you think of these Tigers so far in this one?
You know what? They're hanging in. They're competing.
Nice tackle.
First home game in the new conference, and I'm sure some of this offensive inconsistency is just a result of that. I think we're going to settle in and be just fine. I watched them down in Evangel in their team camp, that full contact team camp, and it was similar. You know, they started off a little bit shaky, got more confident as the day went on, and I think that's what we're going to see here tonight. There's a lot of good kids out there playing for us.
Well, good defense by the Tigers on second down. Harvey with the carry looked like he was going to do some damage, but after only a gain of 2, the linebackers for Versailles stood him up. So that's going to bring up, well, they're going to give him about 3. That's going to bring about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. But a player down for the Tigers, that hopefully just another cramp. But, yes, this Tiger offense, it's full of a lot of very good athletes. And we were actually talking about something you're probably pretty familiar with. You know, size has not always been the Tigers' advantage, but we were addressing years ago when Lincoln switched from 8-man to 12-man football. They never really had a lot of size on their roster. It was more athletes that knew how to play football, and they were able to turn that into a lot of success.
For sure. So Lincoln had a few big linemen over the years, but where they were able to capitalize was on team speed. From the first kid on the field to the 11th man on the field, they just were faster than a lot of teams. And so we could stretch the field horizontally and vertically on offense. And on defense, we just were really quick to the ball, played a lot of good team defense and multiple guys to the ball every snap. And, that's what Versailles is going to have to do. We don't have a lot of big kids. We've got a few. Walking down through the junior high, there's some big kids coming. And so there's some bright things, I think, going to happen as we move down through the years here. But, for this year, we're going to need to be quick. We're going to need to play good defense, good team defense, gang tackle, get lots of guys to the ball, and just play with a lot of energy the whole time. These kids want it to be different, and I think they're a group that's willing to be the difference. And, I think that's something for everybody. We all want the world to be different today, and I think the way that we make the world different today is we got to be the difference.
I like that
Well
mindset.
said.
I really do. I got to say, you talked about the speed. Connor was most of that speed, right?
No, Connor got all his speed inherited from his mother.
Oh, big third down here for this Tiger defense. 3rd and 6. Handoff, no play action. Going to be a screen pass out to the left. Got a chance at the first down. Breaking a tackle is Harvey up the sideline, and he's going to pay for it.
Coming back. That block right there on the edge is
Got
going
the
to bring
flag
it
on
back.
the ground, 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's got to be frustrating for the coaching staff of Noster. Not once, but twice now. Big plays negated by an illegal block or a hold earlier on. So the Tigers going to get another crack at this third down. But in the same breath, if your coach cites you had a tackle to stand him up that was broken there, you got to see a little cleaner tackling from this Tiger defense.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This week, you didn't really get to wear pads. You didn't get to really work on that stuff. So, it's something we just have to do. But so did Noster. So, I'm not saying it's a thing.
It's not an advantage.
But it is
either way.
tough. It is tough when you can't go with full gear and do full stuff.
So instead of 3rd and 6, this is now going to be.
That's another killer, isn't it?
That really is. That's going to, it doesn't cost him too much in the yardage department.
10 from the spot of the foul. So it's going to put them about 3rd and 13, maybe, something like that.
Well, no, it's only going to be about 3rd and 8. So it must.
Yeah. Wow.
That's some very kind spotting there by this officiating crew. But
agreed.
So, Mr. Spinagle, I got to ask, how are you liking your time in Versailles this far?
It's good. Versailles is a good community. It's got a good school. I mean, obviously, Colton, you've been around. You've seen some football games. You've been to different fields. And we've got a marquee field. We've got a marquee sport facility. We've got a marquee baseball, softball field. We've got a wonderful sport. Look at that.
Pressure and a flag in the backfield anyways. Pass is going to fall incomplete, I believe. So the Tigers get the stop on 3rd down plus penalty flag coming. They got pressure.
Dobbins was all over it on that one.
He was there in a hurry.
I didn't know he could move that fast.
Well, Dobbins looks a little thinner. I mean, I know he's gotten a little older and he's a junior now, but he looks a little thinner coming into this year.
I would
in
like,
a good way. Not, he's got a little more muscle, but he's thinned up a little bit.
I would like to say, some people could look at this and go, oh, well, Noster's making mistakes. Some of these mistakes are caused, like in that instance, by the Tigers getting good pressure.
Sure.
Oh, we had 3 guys off the right side and just collapsed that. It was nice stuff.
So the Tigers decline the penalty. That's going to bring up 4th and about 8, and I believe Nob going to send the punting unit out on the field. So a good stop by the Tigers.
So, Colton, we were talking about the facilities here and just the climate. There's a lot of excitement in Versailles right now. There's a lot of new things this year. I'm new. The AD's new. The 4-day week for kids is new. New conference. And, the district sold some flags this year. And, there's businesses all over town flying flags, making Facebook posts. And, it's just a lot of excitement going on right now.
Oh, the punt is away, I believe. Back to return is Reese. He's just going to let it go over his head. It's going to take a friendly roll for Noster down to about the 20-yard line of the Tigers. Good punt by Nob, switching fields. Yeah, it's a beautiful facility. That is something that no one can ever debate. Tigers have a great place to play. What I love seeing this year is compared to last year. Last year at the end of the season, all the talk was the same. There's 23 kids.
23 kids is what we had in the last game.
Now you look on the sideline for Versailles, and there's actually kids there. There's 11 out on the field, and there's still kids left on the sideline now, and younger kids coming out, and that's really what's going to build a program is those younger kids coming up and seeing these older kids playing and want to be like these older kids.
Yes, absolutely. There's a good number of football in high school and middle school right now. Volleyball's got record numbers this year. I think there's somewhere between 20 and 31 girls on a high school volleyball team, and then middle school volleyball's got 21. Cheer's got a nice number. Choir's got a good number. band, I went in during band camp and challenged those kids to get every one of them needs to get 2 of their kids to join the band. There's like 16, 17 in band right now. And if every one of them would get 2, they'd push it up to almost 50. And we got the kids walking the halls that could get involved with stuff. But there's so many things, Colton. I mean, you haven't been out of school that long. And there's so many things for kids to get involved in today. We've got all kinds of clubs and activities.
Yes.
And that's one of the things I've been walking around the first week of school talking to high school kids, just like, what do you do here? We talk for a second, but I ask nearly all of them, what do you do here?
Yeah.
They kind of look at me like, well, I'm a sophomore, I'm a junior. I know what you are. What do you do here? Because what I want to impart is, hey, man, we all need to be doing something here to leave this place better than we found it.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
What are you going to add to it? What are you going to bring to the game? What are you going to bring to the table? How are you going to make it better? How are you going to be that excellent Tiger we're looking for?
And I can tell you, I've been out of school 9 years now, but one thing that I never regret is I was a 3-sport athlete. I was in every club I could get my hands on. Because of that, I met so many people along the way. I learned so. Honestly, it's the reason I'm doing this now is because one of the things I did was speech and drama, did radio speaking.
Yeah.
And you never know what you're going to find and what you're going to learn out of that extra stuff, the leadership you learn from sports, the confidence you get from it. I mean, all of these extracurricular activities there for a reason. Tiger offense, they're going to go deep, launching this one down the sideline just a little far. He took his shot at Reese, and, Bias aired that out.
Reese missed a stride about the 45.
Yeah, he stumbled just a little
man.
bit or something. He could have been right.
He had it.
Did I see that right? Bias just threw that ball 45 yards.
Yeah, well, he did. He had 2 40-plus yard passes in the Jamboree, so he's got an arm.
What he just did was tell that Noster defense, you better not get too confident going one-on-one there, because Reese had him beat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're going to see that more this year, and I'm excited for that. I did not realize just how big Bias's arm is, but that's a lot of fun.
I'm going to add something what you all were talking about. You were talking about all the numbers, volleyball and all that. I know it's just little kids, but our youth sports, we've got record numbers in volleyball down there right now. We've got multiple teams per grade. The football, we're up to about 80. Wow. We are swollen down there and out of equipment with numbers all the way to the youth level. So I really do believe this sports thing is going to get better.
Wow, what a run. Bias breaks the tackle. Gets it out to the left side to the 40. Cuts back at the 45. Stiff arm. Drops his shoulder. Pushes it down to the 50. Fletcher Bias, 30 yards on the carry. And give a little love to Ty Ollison. Ty came in motion. They faked the handoff to him. He took a big hit in the backfield. Ate up 2 defenders. And Bias did the rest. That was some hard-nosed running. That's a quarterback who doesn't mind contact.
He's a guy just saying, put the backpack on me. Like, that was pretty good.
My goodness. Yeah, if you're getting film on this game and you're watching right now, I think the biggest thing I've learned is none of these Tigers that are carrying the football are going to go down easy. They might not all be giants by any means, but between Ollison and Shoemaker and Bias, they'll initiate that contact. So working at midfield is this Tiger offense after picking up a Serdike Yamaha.
Is a little angry.
First down. Yeah, there's some confusion. I don't know what they're doing here. Now we got trips left. Bias takes the snap, drops back. Tiger's looking to throw. Bias going to step into this one. He's going deep down the sideline looking, and there's got to be a flag. There is. He was riding Xavier Jones-Nolan down the sideline. That's going to be a pass interference. This ball's moving forward for the Tigers.
Well, Colton, I don't know because it was at 0 on the play clock, and we have a flag back here in the backfield.
Oh.
I think we're going to have a penalty on the Tigers here for
I didn't see the
game.
You hate to see that. I didn't see it in the backfield. Xavier, his man had a hold of the middle of his jersey, it looked like. They were hand fighting all the way down the sideline.
What did they call hold on us? The clock was at 0 before the ball was snapped.
Well,
they missed that then.
I almost think they just called offsetting penalties. Because I saw him point to Noster as well and then give the... Yeah, it's staying where it is. They're calling offsetting and replay the down, I believe. Yeah. Well, all righty then. You got to take your shot. No harm, no foul.
Colton, you were talking about being involved in numerous things in school and not knowing where the road's going to lead you. And I can tell you for, like me, watching from afar, you in school, because, I was at Lincoln Kissinger foe there with you guys. I got to see you do some of those things, and I see lots of kids over the years that have just kind of grown and developed and are doing some awesome things. You've been killing it, man. You're doing a good job. Appreciate you being here.
I really appreciate that as Bias fakes the handoff and keeps it for a nice 9-yard gain all the way down to the 41. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. I was lucky because I grew up. I was a year older than Allison, and I guess that made me 2 or 3 years older than Connor. 3. Okay, but I got to spend a lot of time with them growing up. Your kids are amazing. I still talk to them. I talk to Connor more frequently than Allison. I mean, she's a doctor now.
She is a doctor. She works at Mizzou. She's an emergency medicine doctor, and her and her husband have 2 kids. They were here earlier. The kids were, and almost 3 years old, and almost.
Oh, Shoemaker! Shoemaker breaking tackles. He's going down the sideline. 10-5 touchdown Tigers.
Take it to the house.
Chase Shoemaker from 42 yards out, shedding tackles along the way, and the Tigers have taken the lead.
Do you think, kid? I mean, breaking tackles, getting down the sideline, showing a little speed. Nice run.
I knew that boy was fast, but he just looked faster than
he was scooting.
I was so wrong about him. I thought he was a finesse back. I thought it was going to be speed, but he's breaking tackles too and hitting the pile with some steam. This kid's strong. So with 4:39 to go in this second quarter, the Tigers take the lead, and they're going to go for 2. I just really don't think we're going to see an extra point kick this year. That just doesn't seem to be the Tiger style. So see what the Tigers have in store here. Bias out of the shotgun. He's got Shoemaker flanking him to the right. Reese goes in motion, fakes the handoff. Bias keeps it, but they hook him from behind and bring him down. So the goal line defense has been good for Noster.
Yeah, they're stout inside. They're pretty active, man. They play good as a group.
But yeah, just to go back with that, it is amazing. Like I said, we talk about all these extracurriculars. I can tell you in high school, I was dead set. I knew what I was going to be. I was going to be a lawyer. I was going to lawyer in politics, and it would have been late in my senior year. Me and my buddy Danny were sitting around, or actually it would have been my freshman year of college. And he's like, "You don't think you're going to have fun being a lawyer?" And I was like, "No, man, I think I'm going to hate it." And he goes, "Well, what'd you do in school? What were you good at?" And I was like, "I don't know. I went to state and radio a few times. Why don't you try that?" All right. Next thing you know, I was in Kansas City, and here I am years later, and it's nothing against most lawyers or anything, but I'm so glad I didn't become a lawyer because I enjoy this so much more. So it's crazy to see. And like I said, getting to see Connor stay in there, I've got to watch him as he's coached because he was in Stover for a little bit. And it's cool to see the way that he's been able to connect with the kids through the years and how they're able to look up to him and learn from him. And I know you guys have got to feel that same thing, getting to give back to youth. And it's got to be just an awesome feeling getting to see these kids who you once were learning from you the same way you got to learn from someone else.
Yeah, no, it's the gift that gives, there's a lot of reasons to be in education. There's a lot of reasons to be an educator. And, I can't tell you the number of reasons why that it's been a career that I've pursued for this is like 31 years. And, it's today walking in the cafeteria at lunchtime, just talking to kids that have known me for 3 or 4 days and just, chatting it up, asking them how they're doing, checking in, just trying to find a way to make some good impact and change the trajectory of some kid to push them to whatever's next for them, get them to something better. And, I've had the opportunity to do that for a long time, and I love it that my kids, Allie's in medicine and Connor's in education right now, and my youngest daughter's working in, getting her degree in egg business, and, who knows what the future brings for them. But there's been plenty of people all along that have helped them, that's for sure.
A big return off the kickoff for Knob as they take it all the way to the 50. However, flag coming out on the return, so this is going to back them up again. Coach Franklin has got to be pretty livid on the sidelines after this first half. There have been a lot of yellow in the air, and most of it has been against Knob.
Was that them? I didn't know if we maybe got a horse collar on that deal at the tail end. I don't know, but it looks like the flag's at it, it's back there.
I was going to say it came out around the 25, 30-yard line. The ref's talking it over, but I would say it's coming back. Knob even headed back that way. But no, Mr. Spinagle, I can speak on behalf of Versailles when I say we are so happy to have you here, and there's a headset waiting for you anytime you want to join the broadcast, any game.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Mark, before you go. Joshua, my youngest son in elementary, has told me he's seen the superintendent every day this week, the first week of school. And you become like the Where's Waldo? Is he going to be in our room? And, I haven't seen that for a long time, man. So, I've commended you already. You know what I think of you already. You're being seen. You have a presence. And you're a big part of why we have this excitement. So
I'm brand into it. I'm just another person here trying to do some cool stuff for kids.
That's all you got to do.
That's what we're after. That's all we want to do.
Well, we really do.
Whatever that penalty was picked up. Maybe what they wave it off. I didn't see.
They must have, because Noster are going to start this drive from their 46-yard line.
No harm, no foul, apparently.
Big J, Colton, thank you for having me on, and I'll stop in again sometime.
Sure.
And Colton, for real, man, it's great to see the things you're doing.
I appreciate you, man. I really do. And tell the family I said hello, all right?
I'll do it.
All right, we'll be seeing you. On first down, it's a carry by.
Mark. See you.
First down, a carry by Noster. Just picking up a few there. Good job by the Versailles defense. So Versailles, early in the game, momentum was all Noster in that first quarter, but they have really fought to gain it back, and we'll see what the Tiger defense can do with about 4 minutes, I believe. Well, about 3:55 to go here in this second quarter. So 2nd and 8 for Noster. Trips wide receivers to the right out of the shotgun. It's going to be a screen pass. Tigers all over it. Oh, he sheds the tackle in the backfield. Shifty moves by the running back, cutting back to the middle of the field. He's going to pick up about 6, still shy of the first down. What a play there by the receiver. That was Dre Kino, the receiver for Noster. He is a 5'9" junior, only 155, but he shed that tackle well.
Tell you what, Shoemaker looked at fast on the defensive side of the ball. He does with the ball in his hand. He probably wants that one back, because you could tell he wanted that one.
That's one that if you're Kino, you're happy that he wasn't able to hit you square, because with that head of steam, it would have had a little something behind it.
Watch the ball. There we go.
All right, on 3rd and 1, handoff. Tigers force him outside. What a tackle! Brady Dobbins behind the line of scrimmage, bringing him down at the 30 or at the 49-yard line. Math is hard.
There you go.
That's going to be a big loss. Tigers standing them up on 3rd and short. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. If you're Knob, do you go for it?
If you're Knob, you got what, 2:40? About the clock's running with about 2:40. I'd probably try to pull Versailles off sides real quick and get a cheap first down.
I personally think I would punt. Tigers have been running the ball primarily. It takes time to get downfield. I would play the field position game, but Noster, they're at least showing that they're going to go here. Two receivers flanking each side. Taking the snap out of the shotgun, looking to throw, going to go deep over top. And the receiver, a diving catch. What a play by Knob at the 18-yard line. Really airing it out. A throw on the money. Made the Tigers secondary pay for it. Moved the chains.
Yeah. Versailles got to be, that's football awareness. That's 4th down. It's long. You're getting at the end of the half. You got to expect a play like that. You just got to keep everything in front of you.
2:14 to go in this first half. Noster is driving. Tiger defense holding on to a 6-point lead, 12-6.
Now, this is huge if Versailles could bounce back after that play and keep them out. That would be a huge momentum going into halftime.
Harvey, the halfback, to the left. It's a handoff. No, fake pass up the middle. We had him on the slant, but overthrew him. A good route run, but the quarterback just could not finish that one. Trey Payne, he wants that pass back.
Yeah, Knob, that's a couple times now they're seeing that little slant there. They've got it, so you might see a Knob trying to come back to that in the second half a little bit more.
Except these receivers are quick for Noster. But a good job selling it, though. Like I said, he had Adam Harvey, the big, strong running. 6'2", and 185 back there at running back. He's a load when he gets going. So now Knob on 2nd and 10. 1:53 to go in this first half. It's a handoff to Harvey. He runs into line. The Tigers giving up nothing. Stood up at the line of scrimmage. Harvey actually probably lost a yard on that one. Was that Dobbins in there again?
I think so. And Shane Bright, I believe, in their number 57 getting it done.
What?
Shane's pretty excited, so I know he was a part of it there.
That was a great play. Yeah, that had to be, because I was looking here. Yeah, that was Brady Dobbins and Shane Bright. So that's going to bring up, 3rd and 13, they're going to say. Tiger defense trying to be stout again.
Minute and a half with a running clock. You got to expect pass here. They got to take a shot, you would think.
2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Payne back in the shotgun, Harvey flanking him to the left. Tigers with the secondary, dropping back a little bit. Payne's going to roll out to the left, sets his feet, looks to throw. Tiger pressure getting there. A good block, maybe an illegal block. He throws it late to the 10. 5, touchdown. Noster. A good job by Payne to scramble and buy some time. I thought there was an illegal block, personally. I thought a Tiger got drilled in the back on that scramble, but the officials have a better view than I did. So
I almost thought he went over the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
It was close.
He did a good job with his feet. He made that happen.
So Noster able to answer and tie this one up at 12 apiece with 1:05 remaining in this first half.
That's big momentum-wise. That's big.
That is, and it's worth noting Knob will get the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah.
So Knob, they're going to take the time out here, talk this over, trying to take the lead before the half. Check the time. Oh, a little late on this one. You're listening to tonight's broadcast on KTKS Versailles 95.1 FM, also online at lakeradio.com. I'm Colton Taylor, Jason Vansel with me, Eric Dean up on the roof. Appreciate you running the camera, Eric. And, of course, we've got Mark Sidebottom back at the studio engineering tonight's contest. And if you're listening at home and you'd like to see video feed of what's going on, you can always go to mostsportszone.com, where we have not only our feed, but feeds of some of the other games in the area as well. Let's see. Boy, I'm doing everything right now. I got to update scores as well. They're going to be really confused when I text them. I realize I've completely forgot for a while now. Last time I texted them, it was 6 apiece, and now magically both teams have 12. They're going to be confused how they both scored simultaneously. So Versailles looking to keep this thing tight. I mean, 105 is still a lot of time as well.
It is.
I don't know, once again, if Versailles has any kind of field goal kicker, but you get close enough.
We got a quarterback who can throw it 45 yards and a pretty good receiver, so
that's fair.
We can make the most out of a minute.
You know, you say a pretty good receiver. We've only seen Reese targeted one time in this game.
I'm a little surprised. I'm not going to lie to you.
So Knob going for two. They're going to spread it out with two receivers to the right, one to the left. Taking the snap is Payne, rolling to the right. Tiger pressure, getting there, and he's able to spin out of it. Off his back foot, throws it up. It's tipped and almost pulled in. What a play by the secondary. Who went up got a hand on that? He's a little shook up right now.
Can't tell who that is.
It almost looks like Reese. I think it is Reese.
That is Reese.
Yeah, Reese went up, and he got his fingers on it. Otherwise, Payne almost pulled off a miracle throw off his bat foot there. But Reese Murdoch showing off the athleticism, but he looks a little shook up after the play.
Reese looks a little boogered up here.
Well, we'll take a break and come back with the kickoff. We got 1:05 to go in this second quarter. We're all tied at 12 apiece. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Lakefront homes, luxury homes, condos, first-time home buyers, farms, foreclosures, townhomes, villas, lakefront commercial. First Choice Realty is Eldon's oldest and most trusted real estate brokerage. Christopher Weeberry is a lifelong resident of the Lake area and real estate salesperson. Call Chris Weeberry with First Choice Realty today if you're thinking about selling or looking to purchase a new home. 573-480-2313. That's 573-480-2313.
Tied at 12 apiece, 1:05 to go. The Tigers looking for an answer here, but, it's not what you want to see. I mean, he's upright. He seems fine. Reese talking to one of the coaches on the sideline, but he is not out there on the return unit right now.
Nah, he's going to take a breather, but I guarantee you he will be back there. Yeah. You will not keep that kid out of here.
No, once again, he is a Murdoch. I promise he's taken tougher blows than that in the driveway playing against his brother. Which it's weird not seeing him out here.
No, it's Trace has missed. He was a personality. He was fun.
Oh, big Trace. I'll never forget going into the Stover tournament last year. I said, Trace, how many are you going to give me? He goes, I'm giving you 45. So for the game, he goes for the tournament.
All of them.
And on the return, Tigers taking it from the 20, sent his feet up the middle of the field. There's a hole getting out to the 35-yard line. Good return, good field position to start this drive for the Tigers. That return, well, son, you got the football in the way. I can't see your jersey number.
Bias actually was on that. I was kind of surprised, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Well, you don't see the quarterback as the return man very often, but the way Bias is running, I don't blame him. We got 1 minute even in this first half. Tigers on their own 36-yard line, Can they go on a 74-yard drive before the half is – 64-yard drive. Math is a struggle for me tonight.
Man, I don't even attempt it, so you're better than me. We got Reese back out there, so.
Well, he must have been shook up. He almost missed a play.
He's got some height on the kid on him.
And really, they're not giving safety help at all. Bias going to drop back. Reese, what a move to the sideline. He's open, catches, steps back, squares up, moves forward, and dances out of bounds. That's a late hit. Even Reese doesn't show a lot of emotion, but he was saying, give me the flag. He was in the crowd before he got hit.
That was late right there. Hey, we'll take it.
But did you just see Reese did what Tyreek used to do? He caught it, jumped back, squared up, which has to be terrifying if you're the cornerback because you're now going one-on-one with a 6'4" speed demon out there.
You get an open space with Reese, man. He's going to beat you every time.
So that late hit, it was already a 12-yard gain and a Serdike Yamaha first down, but you can chalk 15 more, and the official is marching his way down the field. He's at the 40. He's going to take this thing to the 35. Well, nope, he's going to stop at the 37.
And if you're a knob, that's got to be frustrating because that's an easy one not to do. Just don't hit people out of bounds, especially when you're trying to get out of the half. with a little momentum that you just picked
How
up.
much time we got on the clock, Jason?
We have 54.2.
Ooh, that did not take much time at all. Tigers down to the 36-yard line, tied up 12 apiece in this first half of play. Bias drops back. They're going to give him a little time to throw, sets his feet. He's going to uncork this one, got a man on the sideline.
Oh.
It was underthrown, and a good job actually breaking it up. That was probably going to be an interception.
Yeah, I think Reese kind of helped save the interception. On
He
that.
did. Reese is a little confused. He's like, I thought I only played safety on defense. What am I doing out here? But the thing is, though, if he could have put a little more on that, Reese had the space that I think he would have been putting up 6 right now.
Colton, he still don't look right. The way he's holding his head,
yeah,
he's kind of gutting through it right now.
That kid just has bad luck with Noster. When they played Nob at the beginning of the season last year, I'm pretty sure he messed up a shoulder
my
against
Lord,
him.
don't bring up Noster. We lost everybody in the first quarter.
I know. That's
I lost $30,000 in the first quarter of that deal.
Hey, it's good to see. I've seen Michael around, though. He looks great, and he looks like he's going to be primed and ready for basketball season.
He's ready.
So 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from the 36-yard line. Bias, and we got a false start.
I think so.
Oh,
I don't think we were set.
It's one thing to go quick, fast, and in a hurry, but you can't go faster than you're prepared to play. So that's going to back the Tigers up. 46 seconds left in this first half.
Our both teams look a little winded right now, a little gassed, I think.
Well, in their defense, it's about 180% humidity still.
Yeah, mentally, that just kind of wears on you. So little mistakes happen.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 15 from the Noster, we'll say about 43-yard line. Or no, 42, excuse me. So you're still no harm, no foul. I mean, it's 2nd and 15. You look for 7 or 8 here. Tigers have been throwing it a little bit anyways. Bias out of the shotgun. High snap, but he's able to corral it. Steps to the right. He slings this one deep, and nearly bringing it in was Xavier Jones. Now he's a little shook up on the play. That's one that it was near perfect timing as Bias threw it before Xavier had made the cut on his route. Xavier turned just in time, tried to get a hand on it, but he is a little shook up after the play, so they're going to go 10 to him. You hate to see it. He didn't take a big shot, so you do hope it is a cramp, and the way he's acting, I think it is.
Yep.
He really lunged after that ball, and I'd say his calf didn't agree with him. So while they tend to him, we'll go ahead and take a break ourselves. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
American Sun Control and Powder Coating is your powder coating and railing specialist at the lake. We can custom design new railings for your deck or pool area, or make your existing railing look like new again. Maybe it's time to enhance your outdoor living space with a new screened-in porch or room. Our 40 years of experience is your assurance of total satisfaction. Check us out online or Facebook. That's American Sun Control.
A good sight to see for the Tigers as the X-Man Xavier Jones up walking off the field. Just cramps. They're brutal right now.
Yeah, and the second half, we're going to see a lot more of them, too.
I would say that somebody in the locker room is going to be passing around a jar of pickle juice and saying, everybody take a pull before we go back out there.
I told some of the young kids today in the hallway, I said, hey, some of you young cats that made some plays during the Jamboree, when people start cramping and going down, it may be one of you kids that ended up making a big play in that fourth quarter.
It very well could. That's the thing. If you're on the sideline, and I like seeing these kids got the helmets on ready to go, you never know when your number is going to get called.
Exactly.
So 3rd and 15 for the Tigers as the first half is winding down. 39 seconds left. So Tigers still, if you can pick up half of this, it's 4-down territory, and the first half is winding. Bias takes snap, fakes the throw. It's a handoff up the middle. Hit early is Shoemaker, and no room to run. He's going to get brought down at about the 44-yard line. So Tigers moving the wrong direction. That's going to bring up 4th down, and are they just going to let the clock go?
Yeah, I think they're just going to get out of this half.
I don't know if Tigers – I would run one more play. I'd take a shot at the end zone as the clock expired.
Sure.
And the Tigers just going to let this one run down. Will they even snap the football? Clock down to 8 seconds.
I was prepping for it.
I don't think they're even going to snap this thing. 3, 2, and 1. That's how the half will come to end. Versailles more than happy just to let the second quarter run out. We're tied at 12 apiece, and the second quarter has been brought to you by H&R Block in Versailles. We'll be back with your Hy-Vee halftime show in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated Block Advisors office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and the surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843. 573-378-5843.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Your hometown lumberyard and proud high school football supporter, High Brothers Lumber. High Brothers Lumber prides itself on knowledgeable customer service, on-the-spot instruction, being family-owned and locally operated for 44 years. And at High Brothers, we have the biggest delivery fleet and nothing less than premium lumber. Let the quality be the difference that brings you the win at High Brothers Lumber, located on Old Highway 5 South. High Brothers Lumber.
And we're back here. It's time for the Hy-Vee halftime show, tied at 12 apiece. You know, I guess if I click this button, you can see our pretty faces now. Yeah,
that's a treat right there. 2 sweaty guys sitting in a 130-degree press box.
I was going to say, we're up here talking about the players cramping up. Man, we better be careful. We'll go down with an injury.
You look like the old guys at the top of the box in the Muppets. You probably too young to remember the
I do know exactly what you're talking about.
Dwarf and whatever the other one.
Oh, that's goals. If Kermit and Miss Piggy walk in, I'm bailing. All right, the show's over.
You're still young and good looking.
Oh, please. Don't. Now, if Jason, you're hitting on me, all right, we've got to that point that we need to just get rolling upfield. Hey, it was a competitive first half.
It's a good game. This is a good ball game. 2 teams came out, probably didn't get the practices they wanted all week. Definitely didn't get the temperatures they wanted, but they're both slugging away, and it's been a good game. It's been a lot of ground and pound by Versailles, and Knobs came up big with some team defense, man, getting to the ball, and that's a big deal.
You know, you don't want to live in the world of what ifs. But when I tell you that, and I think you'll agree that Versailles has had a couple opportunities here. Primarily one that stands out to me is there was a long ball. Bias put that thing 45 yards in the air, and Reese, his stride got interrupted just a smidge. Otherwise, it would have been a house call.
He would have had it, yeah. I got a feeling Coach Seitz is going to probably remember some of that and throw it a little bit more in the second half. I just can't imagine, because you really haven't seen Reese other than a couple plays. Yeah, we've seen him run it here or do a little something there, but Reese is an athlete. I can't imagine Seitz leaving him out this second half too awful much.
I do wonder, though, if we could see the Tigers potentially come out in this second half and go right back to what started in the first quarter and say, hey, we played a half of football. We're bigger than them. They're probably tiring down. Let's try to run it right up the gut a few times and see how they handle it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would start off pounding. That's always a good way to put your opponent down pretty quick. But every once in a while, just throw it in there because you can lull them to sleep with that run. And, you know, not just Reese, but X-Man's a pretty good receiver, too. You know, this is his first year being back out. He's not bad.
No, and I've actually liked him in the secondary for the defense. He moves well, and this, I know this sounds like a weird thing to say, but one thing that I really watch secondary players for is how do they switch their hips on routes. He moves very well in those regards, like a natural defensive player. But I think the Tigers showed a lot of good things in that first half, and once again, we knew Noster was fast. We knew they were athletic, and they've shown a lot of that. But I do think if the Tigers can clean up a couple things, you know, they could have some success.
Yeah, and you know, let's be honest here. Versailles has had a tough stretch the last few years. A couple wins in 3 years, whatever it is. I don't know, 3 wins maybe in 4 or 5 years. This team's learning how to win. They got to learn how to win. You know, we're not fooling ourselves here. Last year they went to Knob. They had high hopes, lost by 20-something.
Yeah.
They're at halftime right now in a hot, gross game, you know, and they're tied.
Yeah.
And if you're Versailles, that's huge. You just got to come out the second half. You got to try to finish this deal. But they got to learn to compete before you can learn to win. And winning is literally one of the toughest things in football you can do.
And I do want to point out, as our broadcast schedule rolls along, we're going to be bouncing all over the place. The Eldon Mustangs, they are on the road tonight as they are facing off with, I had this in front of me just a moment ago, and now I've misplaced. They're down at Fulton. Yes, Eldon at Fulton. And that could be a huge win for that staff as well. I'll go to Twitter during the break and see what I can't find
there. You Versailles people that hear that score, the Eldon scores, text it up here to me.
That would be a good note. We will be back with the Eldon Mustangs next week as they are at home with Owensville, the Dutchmen of Owensville. And those two teams have combined for some slugfest in the past, and I wouldn't be surprised to see another this season.
I would love to see one of those that I always heard about. Man, there were some great games between those two teams.
The one game I'll just never forget, it was like 80-72. They had a quarterback that I think he ran in like 5 touchdowns that game.
I thought Michigan was going to step in because they thought they were playing basketball.
But
I saw the score, it's got to be a typo, but how would you screw it up on both scores?
They weren't just playing basketball. They were playing Versailles Grinnell system basketball for that.
Coach O basketball.
Oh, I saw Coach O out there as well. I assume he was just bringing Ty more Wheaties or something.
Probably. Ty probably told him he was taking his dad's Wheaties, so he just took it.
I can't get over that kid. I mean, they list him 5'2" once again. I think Ty is closer to 6 foot, but 205.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. And Ty, I got his little brother on my middle school. I'm going to give a little shout out to my middle school boys here. They've been working hard too. And they're going to be the ones that's going to be coming up here pretty quick fighting for spots. Ty's little brother, Harmon's just a 7th grader. And I don't know if you've seen Harmon compared to all the kids in his class.
That's a big boy.
It's like me sitting in a 3rd grade class.
Yeah.
And Harmon can move. He's not just big. He's got feet. He is doing awesome. And he is a hard worker. He comes from a great family of hard workers. Maris, as we all know, was great.
Absolutely.
Mad Maddox, the youngest one, she's going to do whatever she wants to do. I guarantee anybody knows Maddox.
She's a sweetheart, but she terrifies me at the same time.
She's got every, But Harmon, little brother in football is going to be something else. He's a line kid right now. But he is very impressive. Of course, I got a lot of kids. Devin Monte, a lot of great linemen down there. Like Spinagle said, we got some young boys coming on this line.
Yep.
Some decent kids and good kids. But Harmon. You talk about Ty being a tough dude. Harmon's going to be a lot of fun to watch too, and he's got personality. He's a comedian to go with it.
And by the way, now that they've made their appearance on the broadcast, we've got Mike and Kylie just joining the show. Say hi, everybody.
I asked my kid for a cup of ice. He brought me a bag of ice.
Hey,
thanks.
Hey, it's better than nothing at this point. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with more. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Are you looking for a great place to work and call home? Our Vet is accepting qualified applicants to any of its central locations, Lynn Creek, Lori, and Ashland. Our Vet has state-of-the-art facilities, excellent customer service, and team spirit when it comes to serving its furry family members. Top salaries, custom employment packages, and executive housing available for accepted applicants. Our Vet supports continued education, benefits, and the best opportunity for a meaningful career in the Ozarks. Please deliver your resume at any location and check us out on Facebook.
Thinking of buying or selling your property? Call the local experts from RE/MAX Lifestyle, selling everything from farm to lake. The Ronette Edgar team is the best at selling all the different styles of properties in our diverse communities. Ronette, Kelly, Kim, Christina, and Tessa make it easy, guiding their clients through the process from start to finish. Put the #1 real estate team to work for you today. Give them a call at the office at 573-569-4388 or cell phone at 573-378-9601. Sacalaris Ford in Versailles is proud of their growing customer base. When a customer and their family has bought 18 Fords from the Versailles location, you know the team is doing something right. The Versailles Ford Store Sales Department customer viewpoint is 100%. That means that every new vehicle sold, the customer is literally 100% satisfied. Sacalaris Ford in Versailles is big enough to serve you and small enough to care. For brand new Ford products, Ford certified pre-owned, service, tires, and Ford parts and award-winning customer satisfaction, it's Sacalaris Ford of Versailles.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home and hometown business.
Well, we're back at halftime. Oh, I put that water bottle in the worst possible place. It's weird. I'm not used to being on camera as well, so when I get a Snapchat from the guys and it's us on camera, it's terrifying when they put us on a full-size TV.
You get what you get when it's 130 in this box, man.
Yeah, one of them texted me and said, "Why are you broadcasting from a sauna?" That's so. A shout out to my boys, Brendan, and of course Coach Espy, White Espinoza, the assistant coach over in Stover, and Versailles Tiger alumni.
Yeah,
he's been watching. A legend to say the least. He was running receiver routes out here not all that long ago.
Yeah,
but it's been a showing first half for both squads, and we're gonna just kind of move off to the side a little bit because Mizzou football is not that far away, and of course we'll have Mizzou football for you on KS95. Tigers, they get started on Thursday, South Dakota at Mizzou, pregame at 5, kickoff at 7. Cool, I get off work early that day, but South Dakota, the perennial powerhouse that they are, see what they can do to test the Tigers.
That game, was it the Missouri Valley Conference? That's a stout football conference.
Well,
you got North Dakota State, you've got South Dakota, you got for FCS, that's a great conference.
I tell you what, if I can find this real quick, Mizzou actually showed off their basketball non-conference schedule, and actually it was Wyatt or Brendan that sent that to me. And I got to give a lot of credit to the – oh, here it is. They have upped their non-conference schedule. I mean, some of the names coming up, they will play Memphis. They're going to play – who all have we got on here that I was impressed with? They're going to play Pitt. They're going to play oh, that's terrible, the Shockers. I mean, there are some good squads. Even – is that – and that's – you see the Rock Chalk Jayhawks there on the – 9th of December.
I like seeing that back on there again.
Oh yeah, the Fighting Illini, of course, on there. I mean, there's some good squads on their non-conference thing. I love when they play KU because there's Mr. Brightside's got to play, and there's certain lyrics you can't really put on the radio, but the fans all seem to know it.
No, I think we all know them.
But I was really impressed. The Tigers. I mean, that was a 20+ win basketball season for them. But I still believe the football program is moving in the right direction. Yes, they had 6 wins last year, but I was reading something the other day that's like the Tigers were this close to 9 wins.
Sure.
You play Auburn, and the game-winning score, the running back fumbled out of bounds.
Yeah.
You lost the game on that. You go to Florida, the thicker kicker doesn't warm up and misses the game-winning field goal. Otherwise, we knock off. It was like a 30-yard chip shot, so you lose them. And then Georgia, we're the only team that handled Georgia for 3.5 quarters.
Yeah.
That would have been the biggest win in probably 5 to 8 years for the Tigers.
Got away right there.
So the Tigers not only could have been a 9-win team, they could have been a 9-win team that was ranked by the end of the season.
Sure.
And you go into the season returning a lot of starters. I also would really like to see them more utilize Luther Burden.
Yeah.
It was halfway through the season before I felt like he started getting targets, and once he did, it's like, oh, hey, maybe he was the #1 ranked wide receiver in the nation for a reason.
Sure. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. They picked up some decent recruits. We'll see.
Well, that D tackle they got out of, was it Lee Summit?
Yes, Lee Summit kid. He's good.
I believe he's the #1 ranked defensive player in the class of 2024. So
we'll take him.
Absolutely. But looking forward to it. But we are at the half here. This is the Hy-Vee halftime show. And we'll be back with second half coverage coming up soon. See what the Tigers have in store. 12-12 the score. Both teams have went for 2-point conversions on every score, and neither team has converted a 2-point conversion thus far.
No, in the second half, Knob's got to clean it up on the penalties. They've had way too many penalties, and Versailles has done a good job of running the ball. So if I had to guess, I think we have a little bit of an advantage here. We just got to impress our will on them and keep pounding. Fletcher Bias, you told me to keep stats, and I just got 2 into the game. I'll bet you Fletcher is probably close to 75 yards rushing, probably easily.
I would say so.
At halftime. He's been extremely effective. Chase Shoemaker, I thought I knew what he was. He's more than just that. I thought, he looks just quick. He looks strong. He looks angry when he runs the ball, and of course we know what Ty is, so I got to think that that's going to be a huge factor in when the heat and all the humidity just keep bearing down, the cramps start, then we can ground and pound this thing to a win.
And I want to see what happens on the line of scrimmage because I look at some of the guys up front. I saw Jay Sean Cotton out there. I mean, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah,
he is
he's a pup. He's still a pup.
He is 6'1". And 230 as a sophomore. And when I say 6'1" and 230, this isn't a kid it's 230, a muscle out there. The kid's a tank when he gets rolling.
He had his shirt off out on the field, and he's ripped. I mean, he's muscle. He
looks like DK Metcalf out there getting ready for a game.
I mean, he looks good.
Yeah, and we saw him during the summer playing basketball as well. He's good in the post for the Tigers in basketball.
Jay Sean's big thing is Jay Sean needs to understand how good Jay Sean is.
Yeah.
And, just get committed totally all in on everything because everybody's pulling for him. Everybody knows his talent. Jay Sean is the one that I think doesn't sometimes know exactly how good he is. Coach Walters was looking at him with his shirt off going, my God, if that kid gets in that weight room and commits, he will be an absolute monster. He has no idea how much talent he has in basketball and football.
Well, the teams both taking the field, getting warmed up here for the second half. That was really good timing. I don't know who. Did a
power
ghost
outage or what?
I think the ghost just cut the lights. I mean, it was perfect timing for us, so I'm glad they did. But apparently the spirit of the booth, which took over here, which, by the way, our press box, sponsored by our friends at Chuck Yo, the Land Pro. And this is wrapping up as the High V halftime show. We'll be back with the American Sun Control third quarter. And once again, I do got to give a special shout out to our title sponsor, Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC, for this broadcast. Third quarter action coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Deposit checks anytime, anywhere. Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. With mobile deposit, you can enjoy the convenience and ease of depositing your check simply by taking a picture of the check while using your mobile phone or tablet. It's fast and secure, and it saves you a trip to the bank. Sign up today and see how we can make your life easier. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
Veracruz Mexican Restaurant wants to invite you to join them for a casual lunch or family dinner out for authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles and Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover. Or you can check out their new location on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletics.
Divine and the Land Pro team will provide you with excellent service and more than 25 years of combined knowledge of the local real estate market. Looking to buy or sell land or farms in Miller, Morgan, or Camden County? Call Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, at 573-280-4452. Victoria Divine makes finding your next home enjoyable, utilizing the latest technology to bring buyers and sellers together. Buying a home is a big decision. Trust Victoria Divine to handle all the details for you. Divine and Associates, powered by eXp Realty, located across from Wood Supermarket in Eldon.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at Versailles Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. Versailles Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800.
PenMax Staffing has immediate job openings with long-term potential. They have excellent opportunities in Versailles, Eldon, California, and the entire Lake area. Apply online at penmac.com or call 573-392-8383 to set up an appointment for an interview. That's PENMAC.com or 573-392-8383 to apply. PenMac provides free help finding a job. Apply today and go to work right away. Your one application will find you multiple possibilities.
And we're back here getting ready for third quarter play. 12-12. It's opening season of high school football. How can you not be excited for this? It's a new season and a new era. I got to give a little love and a little thanks right now. I know he's probably watching home. First off, shout out to JT. JT has been working his tail off with me to get this broadcast ready. We are streaming live at mostsportszone.com. If you'd like to watch, it's got our audio over top. And, of course, as always, we're available at 95.1 FM and online at lakeradio.com. But, JT, thank you so much, man. The Jamboree last week, I apologize to our listeners or anybody trying to view it, had some struggles, but he has been right there with me every step of the way. And shout out to Mark back at the studio, our producer for tonight's show. I mean, he is on the ball. It couldn't do without him. And of course, we got the man himself, Eric Dean, upstairs, who I text Eric and I was like, bro, I need a favor. Can you come run this camera? And Eric was right there for me. I appreciate him. Couldn't do without it. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the coach himself, Jason Vansel, with me tonight, brother. It's a lot of fun working with you. It's the start of something great in KS95 Sports, and I'm really looking forward to what all we're going to do this season.
I enjoy it. I just like helping you guys out, and I have fun with it. It's a lot of fun, man. That's all I can really say about this. So, Colton, I appreciate you guys and what you all do for me.
Well, we're going to have a great season ahead, I can already tell. And just from what I've seen out of the Tigers, I think they're going to have a fun season as well, introducing themselves to the Ozark Highlands Conference. They'll get into conference play a little bit later on.
I do too. I think it's going to be a fun year. I think this is a real turn and a new chapter for Versailles history.
And kind of odd, a little squib kick to start the second half for the Tigers. Picking up in a good return for Knob, nearly breaking free, but brought down at the 45 of the Tigers. I'm a little,
he almost fumbled that, but I guess
he almost did. I'm a little surprised Versailles came out looking for the squib kick there. But that's how we will start the American Sun Control third quarter. Tiger defense starting off on their side of the field, a place you really don't want to be.
We need to come out strong. We need to get a 3 and out, get going the other way here. Set the tone for the second half.
So we'll see who the difference maker is going to be. Now, this season will be a little different. We have an MVP. We have a play of the game. We've had a lot of possibilities, but I'm waiting to see who really steps up for this Tiger squad. On 1st and 10, out of the shotgun. It's a screen pass to the wide receiver on the right side. Bringing one tackle, cuts into the 40. Near the sideline, stays in bounds, turns back to the middle of the field, past the first down. He's going to be brought down at the 31-yard line. A quick screen pass on 1st and 10, and that's going to be about a 17, 18-yard gain for Noster. Player shaking up for Knob at the end of the play, though. He's on the ground. I think it's another cramp.
Another cramp. That should have been pretty much a no-gainer. Tigers just got to break down a little bit on defense, drop their hips a little bit, and tackle a little bit better.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you're the Tigers, the last thing you want to do is give quarterback Trey Payne any confidence. He's been a starter for a couple years now. He's an athlete, very active, and he knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does. He's a good quarterback.
So player down here for Knob, and it looks like they're going to work on him. So we'll go ahead and take the quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
No pressure, low prices.
Hi, this is Jason at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canton. Hewlett has been serving the Lake area for over 54 years, and we're proud to offer the lowest prices combined with a friendly, no-pressure environment. We are proud to offer our price match guarantee. You can buy locally without all the hassles and pressures of a big dealer, but still be confident you're getting the lowest prices on your purchase. I invite you to come experience the Hewlett difference today. Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canton.
No pressure, low prices. That's the way we do it. Shop Hewlett. ShopHewlett.com.
And back here, player is looks like a cramp. They got him up and off the field, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Noster from the 32-yard line. Quarterback doesn't like something he sees. Payne going to call something out to his receivers for stepping back, working out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a handoff. No, he's going to keep it. Runs to the right. Tiger defense waiting on him, though. I believe that's Ty Ollison with the tackle. No, that was not Ty, actually.
Number 27.
27 on the tackle for the Tigers.
Miller?
That is Zeke Miller, the 5'5 sophomore.
Another new face to the Tigers this year, making his presence known.
I love it. He saw the quarterback keeper. He got low, squared up, made a good, clean tackle, and was able to hold him to no gain.
Yeah, don't go for the juke stuff. Just go low because their knees are going to – just go for their knees and wrap them up.
Payne has been very active back there and mobile. He's got Harvey lined up to his left, 2 wide receivers flanking him to the left, 2 high as well. Takes snaps, drops back. He's looking to air it out. Now he's going to roll to his left. A lot of space here. Defense closing in on him now. He kept faking the throw, and he spins out of 2 tackles. Finally stood up on the 3rd. He took a lot of punishment. He'll gain about 6 for it. Once again, I mean, they were good spin moves, but some poor tackling right now by the Tiger defense.
The Tigers are getting there, and they're putting the shoulder down. And at this level, you got to wrap. You got to run your feet through a tackle. We're not big enough just to go knock everybody down with our shoulders. So Tigers got to wrap that up, or he's going to keep going. He's a decent quarterback.
So Payne going to get the play call in from Coach Franklin. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 for this Panther offense. So they're operating from the Tiger 26-yard line. Payne out of the shotgun, halfback to his left, 2 wide receivers high. Receiver comes in motion, now 2 low as well.
Watch that slant.
Takes the snap, quick handoff. No, Payne's going to keep it, trying to roll out. He's able to get the edge, turns the corner. He's got the first down and more, down to the 10, cuts back at the 5. He gets launched in the air. He'll go down at the 6-yard line. Big gainer, 1st and goal now for the Panthers.
Yeah, you're seeing the Tigers hang their head a little bit here. Somebody's got to step up and make a play right here. We don't want to see Knob just take off with all this momentum.
The big thing for the Tigers at the moment is you're getting beat on the edge.
Yes.
Trey Payne has realized that if he can turn the corner and get past the ends, no one's stepping up to make a play. Now, the thing is, you're inside this red zone. There's a little bit less room to operate, so your safeties don't have to be as far off the ball necessarily. If you roll out, you've even got the linebackers floating there. It may be a little harder for Payne to find the edge. Payne out of the shotgun, receiver to his, or halfback to his right, takes the snap. He's got all the time in the world back there. Tigers putting a little pressure on him. He throws a bullet to the end zone. Is it caught? It is. That's a touchdown for the Panthers. Payne with a bullet to the right side, but there wasn't a lot of pressure from Versailles right off the bat.
No. He's too good a quarterback. You got to get a little heat on him.
And another player down for Noster. Once again, hopefully just a cramp. This weather is taking a toll on everybody right now. So Nob will take the lead here in this third quarter as they get the first score. Starting this game much like they started the first half, 9:14 to go in the third as Nob takes over the lead 18-12. 2-point conversion likely coming in just a moment as they tend to the player who's down. Once again, I'm not an expert, but I would assume probably a cramp because we've seen a lot of those already.
Yeah.
But Jason, maybe it's just me, but I felt like the Tiger defense looked a step slow on that drive.
They do. They look a little slow. They look like they're just off a little bit here, and they got to regain focus. It's hot. They're tired. It's only going to get worse, and you've just got to get through this mentally. This is all a head game right now. Versailles has just got to step up. They're okay. Yeah, we're down a touchdown, but there's still a lot of time to play. We just got to bounce back, but we got to regain the focus a little bit here.
You got to make a stand here if you are the Tigers, trailing by 6 now. Nob trying to make that an 8-point lead. A young man that was shaken up, they got him to the sideline. Once again, I think it was probably just a cramp as he's trying to walk it off over there now. And Nob is going to go for 2, as has been the quota for the night. Nobody's managed to get a 2-point conversion. We'll see if Nob can break that trend. Payne out of the shotgun, halfback to his left, takes the snap. He drops back. They're going to throw a couple slants. He just lofts it up in the end zone. And a lot of contact, but both players just fighting for the ball. That's going to be an uncatchable pass out of bounds. Tiger defense holds, but Nob with a 6-point lead. A little over 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tigers trail by 6. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Since 1844, Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes have been a part of the Lake area. They've seen the communities grow, they've seen the communities change, but one thing remains the same. Nothing's more important than our schools. Kidwell Garber would like to take this time to salute everyone involved in keeping the schools a source of pride for the area. And to the students who always strive to do their best, whether in sports or academically, you are the future. From Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie and Kidwell Granite Works.
What a game. It's 4th and goal. Winter Shelton drops back in shotgun. Here's the snap. Shelton bootlegs. He keeps it. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown! When it comes to winning and real estate, there's one team crushing the competition. Winter Shelton Real Estate Group.
Shelton is crushing it.
Look them up online and Facebook.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
So the Tigers find themselves down by 6 points, but this isn't new territory. The Tigers started the game down 6, and they were able to rally some momentum and eventually took the lead before Noster was able to answer just before the half, tying at 12. Nob now taking the 18-12 lead as they did have the opening possession of this second half. So we'll see what the Versailles offense has in store. Back to return for the Tigers. The X-Man on one side and Reese Murdoch on the other. Glad to see Reese back out there. Kickoff is away, and Murdoch going back to catch it. He takes it at the 10, goes to the middle of the field, gets a couple blocks to the 20, cuts back at the 25, sheds a tackle, moving to the 30. No, he's going to get stood up at about the 27. That'll be about a 17-yard return for Reese Murdoch. Tiger offense going to start this drive on their own 27-yard line. Jason.
Versailles, we got to get something going here to get this momentum back.
It will be interesting to see how the Tigers start out this American Sun Control third quarter. Are the Tigers going to go with ground and pound like we saw in the first quarter, or later in the second quarter, which I know time was a factor, and that's part of the reason they start putting it in the air, but
it's there.
They've got receivers. I mean, there is, if you look at this coverage right now, they are not always granting safety help. Reese Murdoch has seen a lot of one-on-ones, but it's a quick handoff to Shoemaker on the first down play, and a drive. Good running by Shoemaker as he picks up a tough 6.
Coach Seitz' famous power play right there again.
I mean, if you can get some beef out in front of Shoemaker, he's going to do the rest for you.
Yeah.
He is not very big at all. We looked at this earlier, but Shoemaker is listed at 5'10" and 175 pounds, so he's not small.
No, but I'm surprised by that 175. That just he sure plays bigger than that.
Yeah, he's 175, but he runs like he's about 205.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 4, first down. Your playbook opens up a lot when you can pick up 6 on first down on the ground.
Yeah, 2nd down and short is a pretty good play.
Bias out of the shotgun. It's a handoff to Shoemaker, and the D tackle got there, going right through the middle. They meet Shoemaker in the backfield. He's going to be dropped for about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, every time Versailles has had a big loss like that, it's came up them A-gaps there, so we got to clean that up a little bit. Make sure we're all stepping correctly and stepping together as a line.
So after a big gain on first down, a big loss on second, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long, about 3rd and 9 to be exact, from the Tiger 30-yard line. I don't know. I don't mind the draw play, but they're struggling with it a little bit. That's where the pressure up that A-gap is coming from. But the Tigers now 2 wide receivers spread out high, 1 on the bottom. Reese has got a 1-on-1, no safety help. And Bias is going to look for him. He's going to throw it out to the little miscommunication. Bias threw to the 40 when Reese was at the 50.
He had number 7 coming after him. They had a linebacker blitz, and he came after him and was in his face. He might have got a piece of that ball, I think, as he threw it, but he was all over Bias.
Well, I still am not positive they were on the same plane because Bias threw that like he was expecting Reese to cut out to the sideline where Reese was running a go route. So no luck.
A lot of mental errors right now.
That's going to bring up 4th and 9, and Reese back to punt this one. So this will be the first punt we've seen tonight from the Tigers. Takes a snap, and Reese, a high punt, put a little distance on it. It hits at the 40, a Tiger-friendly roll, but not much of it as it goes out of bounds, well fielded at the 38-yard line. And that's where Noster will take over. So momentum shift again, and you feel like it's all in favor of Nob at the moment.
And if you look at Reese right now, Colton, he's got a little hitch in his giddy up out there. There's something happened in that first half. I think he's a little banged up. He just doesn't look right. He's not walking real good right now.
No, you're not wrong. And it takes a lot for Reese to show that. You got to wonder if maybe he
doesn't show pain very often. He's hurting.
No, I'm wondering if he took a helmet to the thigh or knee or something. You get one of those bone bruises off something like that and you feel it, but it's not going to be enough to get him off the field. He's going to stay out there at safety for the Tigers. And so Nob will take over at the 37-yard line, their own 37-yard line, and staying with the shotgun is Payne. He sends the halfback out in motion. Tigers, a lot of pressure. That's usually a sign of a screen, and that's what it is. Blockers out front on the screen pass, breaking one tackle, getting out to the Tiger 42-yard line. A well-executed halfback screen by Noster, and they pick up a chunk.
Hey, man, that was a beautiful play. I mean, they literally sucked that whole side, the left side of Versailles' defense up and just right over the top of their heads, and away they went. That was a beautiful play.
When you see 4 defenders running free like that, at first you think, great pressure, and then you go, wait, why is it such great pressure?
It shouldn't be that easy. I got to get back.
You make that initial contact and then open the door, and now Ty Ollison down. I believe he's cramping up as well. At this point, they should just have Gatorades on standby. Just throw them from the sideline. You don't even have to walk out there anymore. Just toss them.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that is the case. They're going to stretch them out a little bit. So, Tigers, they just, like I said, they seem tired. They seem a step slow right now. They're going to have to find a way to get some momentum. Somebody has to make a big play to spark that, though.
Yeah, that's what Versailles need. They need somebody to step up. You know, there's the old saying, players make plays. You know, and we need somebody to step up and do it right now.
And, you know, it seems like we've talked about certain names a lot, but right now you look at the big names. Well, you said, as you put it, Reese has got a hitch in his giddy up right now. He's not moving quite right. Ty Ollison is down there cramping. He's going to be moving slow for a little bit. You know, we've seen Fletcher doing everything he can, but he's taking some shots. Shoemaker's been getting popped. Who's going to be the one to step up and make the play? A big fumble right now, an interception, anything.
This is still a close game, and anything can happen, man. So Versailles just got to keep their head up and keep plugging.
Yeah, a lot of time left in this one. 7:26 to go in this third quarter. Noster leads 18-12. And I apologize. In future weeks, I'm going to try to somehow, I don't know if I can have a camera on that or not, but I'll somehow get the scoreboard incorporated a little bit, I think, or at least do my best to just see what I can do with it. But
It would be nice if we could see the scoreboard.
It would be nice if we could see the scoreboard. It really would. First down for Noster. 2 wide receivers high and low. Stepping back. He's going to air it out. Going deep is Nob. The receiver's there. almost made a big play, but it's dropped. A good recovery by the corner for the Tigers.
Who was that? Was that Miller? I think that's Zeke Miller out there.
I believe you are right.
That was good coverage by that young man.
It was a great recovery. I was trying to get some score updates. I totally forgot I was going to look at Eldon. I'll have to pull that up here while I'm multitasking.
Yeah, I never got anybody to send me a score on him.
Osage not faring very well. Jeff City up 33-0 on School of the Osage.
The only score I had was Blair Oaks was up 33-14 at halftime.
They were up what?
33-14. I can't. Was that Maryville? I think they were opening with
the Spoof Hounds.
Spoof Hounds.
Bolivar and West Plains in a shootout. West Plains leads 24-21.
Look, we got to jump on Knob. This is another penalty for them.
Penalties have hurt Knob Noster all night long, and that's going to back them up again. So let's see here. Eldon Mustang. What did I do before Twitter? Probably got a lot more done in a day, if we're being honest. So that's going to back Knob up. It'll be 1st and 15. And wow, at the half, it's all Mustangs. 37-13 they were up on Fulton at the half. Atta boy, Mustang. 37 and a half?
That's the way to come out of the gate.
My goodness, maybe they threw it all over the yard again. On 1st and long, it's going to be a quick out route to the right, and receiver making the catch for a quick gain. Tigers rallying to tackle, though. They're going to stand him up at about the 41-yard line, so that'll bring up 2nd and 8. That quick slant has really been the go-to route tonight for Knob Noster.
Well, he gets that ball out quick, doesn't he?
He does. He puts it on a rope. Yeah, there's not a lot of arch to his pass at all.
No, he gets it there.
You know, he actually gained way more than I thought on that. It's going to be closer. My bad. That was a 2nd down play, so that's going to bring up 3rd, and we'll call it 6 here for Knob Noster. Payne has really been doing it all for Knob. Payne out of the shotgun, halfback to his right, trips left, takes the snap, drops back. He's going to step into a throw. He puts a dart, but it's high. And, they're going to flag him. I don't know. That's not
a good call.
I didn't think so. He didn't hit him in the helmet. It looked from my perspective like it was a hit to the chest. They were both going for the ball.
If anything, it was more over on his shoulder, and it was not late. I know we're trying to be safe, but come on, man. You still got to be able to play some defense.
I don't disagree. The coaching staff of Versailles not happy about it either, as that's going to go down as a pass interference, I would assume, or just a unsportsmanlike conduct for the hit. Officials want to talk it over here. I thought it was a clean hit.
That was a boom deal. That was not dirty. That was not even close to his head, late or anything.
And we get the call from the official here. I think. Are they radioing? Oh, they have radios on each other. I didn't know they had unsportsmanlike conduct or personal foul. Yeah, personal foul on the Tigers secondary. So
I'm not sure about that.
Tough break there from Versailles. That pass, also, it's worth noting that pass was uncatchable. It was thrown high, but either way, it's going to move Heath Murdoch and the rest of the chains on down the line.
Well, Tigers got to shake it off. I mean, so like I said, we got to step up. Somebody's got to step up. We got to keep them out of the end zone.
And it's worth noting, Knob's been on the receiving end of a lot of penalties tonight. So one going against the Tigers, I mean, that's not really the deciding factor in this game thus far. But once again, I like the fact that Coach Seitz didn't get really worked up on that. He's calming down the rest of the coaching staff and keeping everything in check. It's a handoff up the middle for Knob. Good tackling by the Tigers, limiting the gain. He's going to pick up about 4 on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 for Knob Noster. Well, I don't even know that he got 4 on that now that I say that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think he got about a yard, actually. The pile went 4 yards. He just didn't happen to be in the front of it. Operating from the Versailles 24-yard line. We've got 5:56 to go here in this third quarter. Knob Noster leading Versailles 18-12. Tigers have looked a little less energetic in this second half. I think Mother Nature having her way with them.
Yeah, that's wearing on them.
2nd and 8. Fake handoff. It's a quick screen pass to the receiver on the right side. Takes the sideline. Making up a lot of room into the red zone. He's pushed out of bounds finally at the 7-yard line. Another big gain for Knob. They are really picking apart this Versailles defense with the quick out routes.
Yeah, the quick routes, the outside. They found something they like, and they're going to it every time.
It's one of those we knew going into this game. Versailles had the size advantage. Knob had the speed advantage, and who was going to make the most of it? And right now, Knob's speed is a little too much for the Tigers.
Just playing with a little bit more energy as well.
They are. They definitely are. And a lot of it has started at the quarterback position with Payne. He's been very active. Payne out of the shotgun takes it. It's a quick handoff up the middle. Gap there, driving his legs to the 2. Taken down at the 2-yard line. I believe that's Harvey with the carry. I'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, now they're taking it right at the Tigers, right in the heart, man. That's when you already got your head down a little bit, and they just come right at you like that. That's tough.
Does the Tiger defense have a goal line stand in them?
I feel like Noster feels like if they can put this one in, they're going to try to seal this deal.
Still a lot of game to be played, though.
There's a lot of game.
Payne. He sees something. He's calling out. Now he's going to go straight under center. He's going to keep this one. But a good job. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it?
I've got her back.
Oh, but a good job by the defense. Payne tried to fool him. He walked up under center, took a quick snap, bobbled it because he got lit up by the D tackle of the Tigers. Ball came loose, and they're going to lose yardage on that. That's going to back them back up to the 6-yard line. Great job by the big boys up front for Versailles.
Yeah, great job. That's a heck of a lot different play from 3rd and 6 from 3rd and 1. That's a different play call there. So
now I expect Payne to operate out of the shotgun. Don't be surprised to see him try to run a little bit. But 3rd and goal, of course, 4-down territory here for Noster. Payne's got 2 receivers high, 1 out low, halfback to his right. And a timeout called? Yes, a timeout going to be called by Noster. We'll take the break as well. Do the Tigers have a goal line stand here on the 3rd? In the 3rd quarter on 3rd and goal. Find out when we come back. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette and Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices.
Yeah, I need to get another update. If anybody happens to know the score, please let me know. But the last update I had, it was all Eldon over Fulton, 37-13. I mean, how big would that be for the Mustangs if you can come out and put major points on the board against a school like Fulton early on in the season?
Yeah, they looked good last week in the Jamboree. I mean, I'll give them that. They did a little bit of everything, so.
Well, it helps when you've got a multi-year starter like Hunter Hess going into his senior year.
He's pretty good.
So here we go, 3rd and goal. Snap, back is Payne. Pressure coming from the right side. However, Payne gets rid of it. It's a rocket into the end zone. That's caught. That's a touchdown for Noster. They're going to put 6 more on the board. They've got a player down, another cramp, it looks like, for Nob. Payne does it all. He's going over to massage the player's leg as well.
He's a masseuse as well. Hey, you got to take care of your players, man.
So
they take care of you.
The Versailles finding themselves in quite the position now. 4:01 still to go in the 3rd quarter. Knob has doubled them up 24-12, but they've done well with their 2-point conversion defense. It's worth noting, 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter is a lot of time. If you can score on the next drive, get back to a 1-score game, then you're just looking to get in a stop.
Yeah, I mean, this game is nothing but a game of momentum. And when Versailles has had the momentum, we went down the field. We was pretty much running and doing what we wanted to do. We just got to get back to it. Versailles just got to get a little spark somehow and get in this.
This game has been extended a lot by the amount of cramps we've had. I mean, to be expected once again. I would say most of these kids have, sweat a couple gallons already in this thing.
Mercy, and not to include what it's been all week. It's hard to keep a kid hydrated in this stuff.
I feel bad for the parents that are going to have to wash jerseys tonight. I hope you have an extra thing of Tide lying around because you're going to need it.
Everybody's going to wake up about 2 a.m. hearing their kids screaming at the top of their lungs with a Charlie horse tonight. So don't panic, parents.
Everybody leave a Gatorade by the bed, all right? You'll be glad you did. Oh, they're going to help that young man from Noster off the field. Once again, they're just going to pick him up and carry him. What a coach right there.
There you go.
That is a coach who's been in the gym himself. My goodness. All right. So
he's going to have a cramp doing that.
He is. They're going to have to come carry him next.
Good Lord.
I want to know who Coach Seitz is going to come carry.
Coach Seitz ain't going to carry anybody. He make Coach Ballou do it or something.
Oh, goodness. All right, Tigers down by 12, looking to prevent it becoming 14. Their two-point conversion defense has been solid, but they're going to need another stop here. Now I'm trying to get the play call in from the sideline. I think the play caller was the one that carried the guy off the field, so he's got to catch his breath first and now get the play in.
I will say, Colton, I got to give a little shout out here. Sarah Bland and Jazzy Luchin, these two girls down here on this Tiger sideline, have been running like mad tonight, trying to make sure these players get water. These two girls have been out there all week hustling it and burning up. So I just got to give them a little shout out because they're down there doing it right now, trying to keep these guys watered down.
Hey, that's
with sponges of ice water too down there in that bucket. So
what's going on here? Did we get a delay? I don't know what the issue. A penalty going against Noster.
I don't know.
A delay of game going to be called on Noster, so that's going to back up this two-point conversion.
Boy, they've had a lot of penalties tonight.
It's week one. A lot of their penalties have been communication issues at the line, false starts, things like that. Kind of thing you can clean up, but this is an athletic Nob squad, and they've really showed that in the second half.
Yes, they are. Don't be fooled by their size, man. They can move. They're good.
So Nob, that's going to back them up to about the 8-9 yard line. Out of the shotgun, Payne takes snap, drops back. He's going to throw, looking for the corner of the end zone. Ooh. Man's there. Did he bring it in? No, it falls incomplete. Two-point conversion, no good. That was a pretty solid pass by Payne, but good coverage by the Tigers secondary. Receiver couldn't quite bring it in.
Yeah, X had his back to him. He just did a jumping jack to get his hands up in the way, and it looks like it works.
Whatever blocks the passing lane. So we'll take a break. Be back with the kickoff. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Tim Schmidt Plumbing, Septic, and Excavating is a full-service plumbing company. Their highest quality licensed plumbers are some of the most qualified service professionals in the area. They can do anything from sewer pipe replacement to fixing a simple faucet leak at an affordable price. They provide a full range of plumbing, septic, and excavating services, including new home plumbing, water heaters, water softeners, new septic system, and land clearing. Licensed and insured. Call Tim Schmidt Plumbing, Septic, and Excavating for all your plumbing needs. 573-216-2292.
And back here, it's still third quarter play. This is the American Sun controlled third quarter. Noster goes down the field, puts more points on 24-12, but the Tiger defense holding up stout on the two-point conversion, keeping this lead from becoming more. So, Jason, the Tigers, they're doing the little things to stay right in it, but somebody has to make a play on the offensive end.
It's time. Somebody has to. You just got to get that spark, and once you get that spark, everything can take off. And we've got it. We've got the players to do it. You know, we just got to have somebody step up and make a play.
So we'll see who that somebody could be as we're getting ready for the kickoff. Metallica playing in the background. That doesn't get you fired up. I don't know what will.
Maybe. You think I can request that to KS95 to be played during the day?
Absolutely, absolutely. JT will play for you any day of the week. On the kickoff here, it's a good one. And is it going to take the roll all the way back in the end zone? It is. That's going to be a touchback. Reese looks a little disappointed. He was ready to pick it up and run.
Yeah, maybe that's what we, pick that thing up and just go. Right now, somebody's just got to make a play.
We'll see who that's going to be. Fletcher Bias has got to have bruises on bruises. He's been doing some hard-nosed running here in this one.
They've kind of stopped him a little bit this second half.
Nob has kept him corralled a little bit better. I wouldn't mind seeing if you're going to go to the run game, maybe try to get Ty a little bit of space, see if he can still power through, and always a good idea. I mean, they're keeping – I'm watching as they spread him out. Reese is on the bottom side. He's got a corner one-on-one with him and no safety help.
Yeah.
That's tempting. Out of the shotgun is Bias. He's looking to that side. He's going to go to Reese. Reese going way up to grab it. He comes down with it at the 29-yard line. That's going to be about a 9-yard gain. Murdoch had to go up and get that one. Bias had a little pressure on him, but when in doubt, just look at number 6.
That's what you got to do. We got to get something going. And you can't tell me there's ever going to be a kid this year lined up on the other side of Reese Murdoch one-on-one that he's not better than.
I'll go one step further. You're getting Reese at maybe 60% right now. Look at that hobble. I mean, he's
not right. He's not right, but he is still, he's still Reese.
I'll take Reese at 60% one-on-one with a corner over a lot of people.
Exactly.
That's so a good gain on first down. That's going to make it 2nd and 1. Now, if the Tigers want to go back to that power running game, you can do it here. You've got a lot of options. They're going to go 2 receivers on each side. I think that's actually Ollison back. And it's going to be a keeper for Bias. He goes right up the gut, powering up to the 32. That's going to be enough for a Serdike Yamaha first down.
There you go. Get to the huddle quick. Get this thing going. Get rolling. Get some momentum.
That's that. Sometimes you just need to see that first down.
Yes.
Getting a play in from the sidelines now. what the Tigers go with. I like that they're mixing it up a little, though. Throw to Reese on because that quick out route is another one. The Tigers have a lot of speed. And I don't see how one-on-one when you're given a 6-7 yard buffer, you're going to be able to guard these Tiger receivers.
I don't
on the
either.
quick outs.
I don't either. We're playing a little conservative tonight, I think. We've got some weapons. We probably ought to look at using them a little bit.
It's a quick handoff. Shoemaker, he runs into the defender right off the bat, and he gets stood up at the 30.
I got to give Knob credit, Colton. Their D-line, I don't know what their weights are.
They're not big.
They're not big, but those boys get after it.
Yeah.
I mean, they are quick. And that's where football is today. It's not really about the size anymore. It is the quickness. And they are just eating them up, that front three.
Yeah, it's been impressive to see the speed of Knob. I mean, when I looked at the roster before the game, and the biggest D or O lineman for Knob Noster is listed at 230 pounds. Everybody else is flirting more with the 215 down to 185 range. And they're playing quick.
They are playing fast and getting inside and getting in them gaps and shutting them down.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Tiger offense. 2 receivers out to each side. Bias steps back, looking to throw. Quick dart up the middle. It's caught at the 43-yard line. A good slant run there, bringing that in for the Tigers. T.J. Schofield with the catch.
T.J. getting it done.
That's another Cerdike Yamaha first down. That slant is there if you're going to go one-on-one with the receivers, and it's quick.
And they got to Fletcher again. That was a pretty good pass because they were right in his gut when he threw that thing.
My big thing is you're going to make the defense honest. If you burn them with that enough time, they will not send the hounds at you. And the second they stop loading that box, you send Ollison, excuse me. You send really whoever you want. I mean, Shoemaker's been pounding the rock as well. You can do a lot of things when you can start hitting those slants. 2 receivers out to each side out of the shotgun. Bias going to drop back to pass again. Looking to the right side. He pump fakes. He wants it all. He's going deep, and Murdoch almost got it. A good job by Bias. He sold him on the pump fake and just barely overthrew. I'm telling you, any other day of the week, Reese is in the end zone.
Yeah.
That is not 100% right now.
No, that would have been a touchdown any other day. He's got a pretty good limp going, man. Something happened to him on that play in the first half.
But once again, he's got a limp, and he still had 3 steps on the corner.
I go right back to him. I do it again.
Those two are still working on their time. We saw that in the first half. That on a 45-yard bomb that they almost connected. When they get their timing down, good luck to the Ozark Highlands Conference keeping up with that.
It's tough if you're Reese because he never gets off the field either. He can never leave.
I watched Reese put 100 yards on California when they had all-state safety and corner double-teaming him. I mean, kid's different. Quick handoff. No, it's a keeper by Bias. He gets to the corner. Good tackle. He dives forward, though, to the 45, so he'll still pick up a couple. But a good leg tackle there by Knob Nosters. They're able to hold Bias to a minimal gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Tigers from their own 45-yard line. 59 seconds to go in this third quarter. Tigers trail Knob Noster 24-12.
What do you call on 3rd and 8?
I go back to the slant. If they're going to go straight man coverage on the outside like that, I'm going back to the slant. Tigers got a lot of speed with this lineup right now. They're going to spread them out 2 to each side. Back in the shotgun, looking to throw. Run on the run, puts the throw up. Is it caught? He brings it down at the 40. Did he drop it?
Yeah, he dropped it.
Oh, man, that was almost a great play, but it just got broken up. I was looking through that foggy window there. I thought Schofield had that.
Yeah, TJ, like I said, hey, one of these young cats may have to step up at the end of this game and make a play and do this. That may be where the spark comes from. That was a good effort, but he just couldn't hold on.
Just about 30 seconds left in this third quarter. If you're the Tigers, do you still punt? And it looks like they're going to. I believe that's Reese back there lining up to punt. With Reese as the punter, you always have the ability to fake this. And you can tell they're very aware of that. Reese is going to punt it, though. He puts a lot of leg into this one. It hits at the 15, going to take the roll. Can they save it? It climbs into the end zone for a touchback. So Knob Noster will take over at the 20-yard line. We'll be back when they do. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Dunn Property Management is currently taking applications for over 30 one-bedroom, one-bath units in Eldon. These units are for ages 55 plus. Rent includes water, trash, snow removal, and lawn services, and can be pet-friendly upon approval. Locally owned and operated with full-time maintenance staff and office manager. They are close to churches, the senior center, shopping, and parks. For more information, call Dunn Property Management, 573-569-1200.
And just about ready to wrap up the third quarter. The Tigers looking to get something going on offense. Couldn't quite do so. They had to punt, and that means now Noster will take over from the 20-yard line with 21 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Colton, I got an update for you. Eldon 46-13 in the third quarter right now over Fulton.
My goodness, Eldon laying it on Fulton. And it's going to be a screen pass. Good job by the Tiger pressure getting there and knocking that one down on first down. It falls incomplete. Tigers sent a little heat on the right side. And
there's a cramp.
Another one.
Boy, that hurts. That's a Shoemaker there, I believe.
Well, in his defense, he's ran a lot tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So Shoemaker goes down with a cramp. We'll go out and work on him. 17.7 seconds left in this third quarter. This is going to go down as the latest football game of the season at this pace. It's already 10 after 10. I just realized I think I missed the legal ID. Maybe I hit the legal ID. I don't know. If I did it, I'll do it again anyways. You're listening to tonight's broadcast on KTKS Versailles, Eldon Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM. Also online at lakeradio.com and streaming at mosportszone.com as well. I'm Colton Taylor. Jason Vansel with me. Eric Dean's up on the roof. Mark Sidebottom's back at the studio. And whoever bought stock in Gatorade this morning is doing very well today.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Dobbins is even cramping up on the sideline, and he's on the sideline.
My goodness.
He's trying to get it worked out.
Luckily, this heat spell is about to come to an end. I think 80 is the high on Sunday.
Well, that's going to feel like 32 at this point.
I was going to say, I'm going to need a jacket.
It's been miserable. 100 degrees, and then you go out on this turf during the week. Oh, my Lord.
It's brutal, and I think that has played a big part in some of the simple mistakes we've seen tonight from both these squads. So with 17 seconds to go, it's 2nd and 10 for Noster from their 20 as they lead 24-12 over Versailles. Payne back at quarterback. Receiver comes in motion, takes snap. Tigers sending heat on the right side, but it's a quick handoff. Tigers coming from the left side from quarterback's view. Running to the right was Noster and not gaining much. Maybe a yard and a half. A good job on the left side by the Tiger defense.
Yep.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 8, but not before the third quarter comes to an end. No, that will do it for the third quarter. 24-12 is the Noster lead over Versailles. Appreciate American Sun Control, our sponsors of that third quarter. We'll be back with fourth quarter action. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Let's cut a deal at Seidenstricker Nobe Partners. Save up to $5,000 on a select John Deere compact tractor package with our exclusive 10-year warranty. And to make things better, we're offering 0% financing for 60 months with 0 down. Get your John Deere equipment by shopping online or visiting us at any of our 28 locations. Let's cut a deal now at Seidenstricker Nobe, snpartners.com.
Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Looking for a pre-owned, dependable car or truck? Stop by Tim's Auto Connection just south of Laurie. Check out their selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. Tim's team will be happy to help you find the vehicle you're looking for, even if it's not already on their lot. Call or stop by Tim's Auto Connection for quality service, no pressure, and great prices on pre-owned vehicles. Tim's Auto Connection, just south of Laurie. Call 573-372-0280. That's 573-372-0280.
We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter, brought to you by our friends at Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company. Go see Handy Andy. Ask him about the game. Handy Andy's out there in the crowd somewhere tonight. Great guy, old Andy Mooner. So this is a big spot for Versailles. They find themselves down 12 here in the start to start the fourth quarter. However, they've got Noster staring down the barrel of a 3rd and 8. If you could get the stop right here and force Nob to punt, you give yourself a little life. Payne takes snap, rolls out to his left. He wants to go deep, and they're going to force him back to the right. He has to throw on the run. The pass bobbled and incomplete. A good job by Xavier to get there. He took the lane away. The receiver couldn't see it coming in. I don't know that Xavier did anything special other than get back to his man.
Just get back to your man and get in the way.
So a big stand by this Tiger defense. I would assume Noster will punt here. Never mind, we have another cramp. Jason, I'm serious. We're going to be here.
It's going to be every play. It'll be every play the rest of the way out.
And you feel bad because there's nothing you can do.
No, there's nothing. And you knew it was going to come. Everybody knew this. This has been building all week long.
If this were an NFL game, like I keep thinking Miami played a game this year where it was like 120 degrees on the sideline or something, and they had IVs over there. Tyreek Hill had little legitimately pickle juice shots he was taking in between play, which, I mean, as much as Tyreek runs, you got to do something.
But we get somebody from the concession stand and run the big pickle jar out here real quick.
They could.
Take a swig.
Coach Sides, everybody gets a pickle. All right, everybody gets a pickle every time out. My goodness. So but hey, it's nice to know that it's just kids cramping up down here. You don't want to see any worse injuries in a game like this. Cramps will heal pretty quick. They just hurt in the moment. So, I'm going to go ahead and say all this cramping reminds me of our injury sponsor, Lake Regional. You go see our friends at Lake Regional, and I can't put all these kids on the injury report, so I'm just going to say cramps. That's the whole injury report is lots of cramps.
Lots of cramps.
Player for Noster going to hobble off. He's a little bigger than the last guy. That's a lineman for Knob. Coach not going to pick him up and carry him off the field.
No, he doesn't. Coach knows his limits.
I want to see Andy Reid go get Creed Humphrey off the field like that.
Andy Reid's not going to walk out there and pick up anybody.
I was going to say, Andy Reid ain't even going out on
the golf cart maybe and walk and ride it out there.
Oh, his emotions never change either. I'm so ready for Chiefs football. I really think Justin Ross is going to be something for that squad.
I'm just ready for Chiefs football, period. I don't care. Man, it is just, I'm ready. I am ready. Baseball doesn't do much for me. I'm not a big baseball fan. I just kill time till football starts.
It'd do more for me if the Cardinals remembered, that they're the Cardinals.
Yeah, they kind of forgot that.
The guy I feel bad for is old Uncle Charlie, Adam Wainwright. That dude. Yeah. He could have retired last year. He was still great last year. He was honestly our best pitcher last year. He comes out this year, and oh my goodness, they are just ripping him apart. So Versailles gets the big stop here to start the fourth quarter. The Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company fourth quarter, and they're going to get the ball back as Knob's set to punt. It's 11:52 to go in this fourth quarter. Lots of time. Versailles finds themselves down 24-12. As really the offense hasn't been able to do much in this second half.
Yeah, I'd bring the house on this one. I'd see if I couldn't get one deflected this close to the end zone. You got to make a play.
Back to return for the Tigers. I think that's Bias going back. No one's going to return. This is a high punt, and it's going to take a back. He did not get much distance at all. It goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Noster.
Tigers got a shot. You get a quick score here, man. You're right back in this thing.
That's one that kind of went a little high off his leg, I think, because it caught a lot of backspin and not a lot of distance. So Versailles has received a gift, but it's only a gift if you take advantage of it.
You got to do something with it.
So Tiger offense going to start from the 42. Coach Seitz talking right now with Fletcher Bias, giving him the play call. Coach telling Fletcher, all right, listen, we played hooky for 3 quarters. It's time to unleash it now.
Yeah.
Now let's run Wasp. They're going to go ahead and put 2 receivers high, 1 low. Shoemaker lining up next to Bias. It's a low snap and a false start going to be called, though. Not the way Tigers wanted to start this drive.
No, we've got a little lack of focus right now.
But, hey, a false start going to be better than what I thought that was. That looked like a snap.
Yeah.
8-ball corner pocket there, just skipping between the legs, which could have been a big deal. But instead, it'll back the Tigers up to the Noster 46-yard line.
Well, you got Reese Murdoch up there on the top all by himself with just one guy on him. Man.
The Vikings.
Just throw it and let him run under it.
Vikings used to have a play called Randy Go and Get It.
Yeah.
It was exactly what it sounds like. I kind of feel like Tigers could have Reese go and get it. They got 2 out wide to each side. Bias, he's going to drop back to throw, getting a little time. He steps into it. He's airing it out. He wants Murdoch, but they were not in the same place on that one. About a 20-yard gap, but Bias was about to take a shot, and he knew it, so he had to let it go.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job. Their D-line, Knob's D-line's doing a good job of making Fletcher uncomfortable.
It's the edge rushers right now. They are doing a good job of winning the battles on the outside. And the thing is, he's a right-handed quarterback. So when you're stepping into that throw, your vision is to the right side of the field. When you see that edge rusher coming at you, especially your first game of the season, that's in your head.
Yeah, this is Fletcher's first year playing in a long time, so he's a newbie.
2nd and 15 for Versailles. I don't mind taking the shot, though, with the one-on-one.
I'd do it again right now.
And he coming again from Noster and going right back to it. But on the different page again, Reese ran a quick out route, and it's almost like Bias thought he was going about another 5 or 7 yards downfield, and Reese had to adjust but couldn't quite get there. So I don't know. Those 2 guys just not quite on the same page at the moment. And I still wonder, you watch Reese jog back.
He's not right.
No. So I don't know if it's route running or if Reese just not quite as quick as he normally is and your timing's off.
May have to go to one of these other kids. TJ had a big catch. May have to try X. See if somebody, because Knob, they're focused on Reese right now.
Well, I think if Knob's going to keep blitzing like this, they're sending the extra linebacker right now. I'm going to start slanting on him.
Yeah.
You want to send that guy, that's fine. Leave the middle of the field wide open. So 3rd and 15 for the Tigers from the 46-yard line. Low snap. Bias drops back, surveying the field, takes pressure. He puts it high. Murdoch goes up and gets it, but he's wrapped up immediately. It's going to be held to a short gain. That's going to bring up about 4th and 11 for Versailles.
That's a quick pass, and you have 7 Panthers right there on it, just like that.
I mean, that pass is fine on first down, but here on 3rd and 15, a 3.5, 4-yard gain doesn't help you as much.
Yeah.
But it is that time of the game. It's 4-down territory. Tigers got to go for this one. Coach Seitz giving the play call into Bias. 11 yards, you can run. I mean, especially the way they're blitzing. What am I missing here? I was looking for the play clock. The play clocks are off.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
I don't know. That's going to make it really difficult. And the officials noticing that too, I think, as getting a stoppage from the refs.
That timeout for sales. They may be keeping it on their clocks down there. There may be a problem.
That could be. I may have just noticed that. So Versailles going to take the timeout. I almost wonder if Coach Seitz did that on purpose, gave the play call, and he wanted to see what kind of defense Knob was going to bring against it so that he could, design against it for the next route. Just 11 yards, as much pressure as they're sending, I still think you have enough time that you can run a quick out or a slant here.
Yeah.
What I wonder is if you could utilize Ty in the passing game a little bit.
Well, that's what I was sitting there thinking. You got him and Shoemaker. Try to get him the ball some other way than just hand it off to them, because they've made a lot of big plays, and they're tough when you get them out there in open space.
You see in college a lot, a little halfback slant right up the middle. If you can get Shoemaker or Ollison with the ball already moving, I mean, you're going to get extra yardage just because of that. So the Tigers once again on the Noster 44-yard line, facing 4th and 11. They trail 24-12 here in the fourth quarter, down or with 10:41 to go. This is the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company fourth quarter. We were tied at 12 apiece at the half. Tigers have just not got much going in this second half. We've seen probably as many cramps as points scored here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We get somebody to start sponsoring cramps.
Yeah, we're going to have to at this point. All right, 4th and 11. Do the Tigers have a play? Bias dropping back. Good job by the line, buying him some time. It's a quick screen pass, a little bit of space. Bringing it back to the middle is Murdoch. He's trying to turn the corner. He does to the 30, 25, 20, drops the shoulder for extra yardage.
Mercy.
When in doubt, get Murdoch in motion and see what he can do with it. What can Reese do for you? He can get you a Third-Ike Yamaha first down.
He looked like he was healthy on that one, didn't he?
He looked a little angry on that one is what he looked like.
He finished that run good, too, boy. He put that shoulder down.
What a play design by Coach Seitz. Coach Seitz said, that's fine. You want to keep sending heat at me, I'm going to go ahead and get my guy the ball in the middle of the field where your linebacker should be and see what you can do with it.
If you're down by a couple touchdowns, Coach Seitz knows 4th and long. We had to get that first down right there.
And the Tigers, Third-Ike Yamaha first down into the Crown Power Case IH red zone. Can they put points on the board? Operating from the 19. Two wide receivers split out right. Bias drops back, looking left. He wants to put it in the air. He does so. It's caught. At the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
TJ Schoolfield.
What a catch and run by TJ into the end zone. Tigers are right back in this thing.
Good for that young man. That's big for him.
The corner was there as he caught it. He had a tight grip on that ball, shook the defender, and trotted into the end zone. And what a delivery by Bias. He put that thing on a rope where it needed to be.
Yes, he did. And that's the shot in the arm we needed right there.
So with 10:20 remaining, the Tigers have cut the lead to 6. They can cut it to 4. Could we see the first 2-point conversion actually completed here tonight?
Well, that'd be big.
That was a 19-yard strike. Only one play needed in the Crown Power Case IH red zone here tonight. And they're going to spread it out for this 2-point. There's no halfback back. It's just Bias back there. He's got 3 outright, 2 to the left. Bias takes the snap. Looking. Quick slant. Fires. It's batted up in the air. A good job by the D-line of Noster. Another failed 2-point conversion. Neither of these teams have got a single extra point here tonight, but it's a 1-score game.
You think they might want to just go ahead and try an extra point?
Yeah, at this point, kick it. Somebody ought to kick it. But Tigers got life. They're right back in this one. 10:20 to go in the fourth. We'll be back. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Sure, people say vaping is a safer alternative to smoking. It's safer than swimming with sharks while dressed like a seal, flying a kite in the middle of a lightning storm, brushing your teeth with toilet water. Just because people say vaping is safer than cigarettes doesn't make it safe. Do your part. Spread the word and the trend.
This message brought to you by the Miller County Health Center.
So Versailles seemed like they were down to their last life, facing 4th and 11 on that drive. And you know what, Jason, if it's okay with you, I think we can go ahead and say that may be the play of the game right there, with Reese Murdoch taking that slant and picking up 20-something. Because if the Tigers don't get that, this game would be over right now.
Knob could have just run it out on us. Without that, Coach Seitz knew that was a make-or-break play right there.
So
we made it.
Reese Murdoch delivering the Como Connect play of the game. Now let's see if the Tigers, can someone outdo that? Can somebody else prove me wrong and make another play of the game? TJ, no offense, brother, that was a great touchdown, and it was right there with him. Another squib, this one taking a bounce at the 30, picked up at the 20, or at the 35, Knob going to return it. Getting out to the left side, still on his feet at the 40, up to the 44, 46, fighting for extra yards, down to the 50. Tiger special teams struggling to bring the return man down, and a late flag now. Is this one? Let's go all the way over to the benches.
There's a kid down under the bench.
My goodness, extracurriculars. Who's it going to go
That's
against?
A Tiger, so I'm wondering if that's Knob. If it did, boy, they just took away a good return.
That could be huge if it's on Knob. The Versailles coaching staff is halfway across the field right now.
Mad.
If this is against the Tigers, Knob's going to be down to the 35-yard line roughly. And we'll see what the call is here. I'm waiting for something from an official. He threw that flag about 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, the player himself was literally under the bench on the sideline, and those benches are about 6 yards off the field. So that tells you how far out we are.
Keeping an eye on the white hat. We've got a personal foul against Knob Noster. Big return negated here. Remember, we talked about momentum earlier. You feel that shift.
Yes. Momentum is everything in the game of football, man.
So if you're the Tigers, you got the score. Now you got the field position helping you out. What are you going to do with it? Knob will start from the 35-yard line. They've really been picking Versailles apart with quick slants, and the quarterback, Payne, has been able to buy a lot of time and do a lot with it. Can they get some pressure on Payne? So we'll see. Yeah, that's about right. The 34-yard line, is where Knob Noster will start this drive with about 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's a quick handoff. Tigers are there. Tackled behind the line, brought down at the 31. That's a big hit. Is that 52?
52.
52. That is Dalton Reza.
Good job, Dalton.
Dalton Reza almost picked the running back up before he planted him.
You got a freshman out there making some plays, man.
My goodness. Dalton Reza, welcome to the defensive show. So a big stop. The Tiger crowd getting a little life in them now. Second and 15 now for Knob Noster. Tigers
everything in front of you.
Got a little energy. But now Knob, they're going to flex 2 wide receivers low, halfback to the left, 1 wide receiver high. Payne, he's going to roll out to his left, trying to set his feet. He's looking for someone, buying a little time. He throws a dart, and it's going to be caught quickly out of bounds. That's going to be a first down for Knob Noster. Payne is so patient.
He is patient. He is cool under fire, isn't he?
He dances outside of the pocket, uses feet to buy time, but he keeps his head downfield the whole way.
He worked all the way to that sideline before he found that receiver late.
That is veteran leadership right there.
That's a good football player right there.
A big first down for Knob Noster as they move all the way up to the 47-yard line of of Knob Noster. A little over 9 minutes to play. Knob leads by 6. Fake handoff. No, it is a handoff. Halfback keeps it on the left side. He's got blockers out front. He's got a chance. Goes to the 20, and he is drugged down, at the 27-yard line, saving the touchdown. If that tackle's not made, Knob's got 6 more on the board right now.
Versailles has just got to hang on and keep fighting. One fumble, you get it. We're back in this. We just got to keep playing.
Well, you got to get a stop some way, somehow right now. Quickly back to the line is Knob, keeping this momentum rolling. And fake handoff, Payne's going to keep it. He dances out to the right, lowers his shoulder, trying to push forward, but he gets thrown down by Murdoch, not before a gain of 5. 8:45 to go. The time is okay right now for the Tigers, but this movement down the field is not. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for Noster from about the 23-yard line of the Tigers.
On defense, everybody has a responsibility, and somebody's responsible for the quarterback, somebody's responsible for the running back. And we need to remember, we just need to tackle everybody so we don't get caught on this little game they're playing.
On 2nd and 5, receiver comes in motion over to the right side. Out of the shotgun, snap is taken. It's a handoff right up the gut. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground, and it's in the hands of Tyrus Allison. Tigers get the ball back.
There you go. That's why you keep playing. Boy, I almost look smart now, don't I?
I'm glad you saw that, Jason. I thought the halfback still had it. Then you just see Ty standing there like the Statue of Liberty with that ball up in the air. Tigers down by 6. They have the ball with 8:10 to go. And they'll get started from about the 25-yard line. This thing looked like it was all but over on 4th and 11, and now the Tigers are saying, we're not done yet.
Knob had the big run just a minute ago, and they probably were thinking they were going to finish this one off. But, man, momentum, once again, we've said it. It only takes one play to shift it.
What do the Tigers have left in the tank? We'll find out when we come back. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Holly Lift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake, and you've found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Polylift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
What a turn of events. The Tigers have rallied. Ty Allison recovering the fumble. And now Versailles trailing by 6 here in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company 4th quarter. 8:10 to go. The Tigers have life.
Eldon Mustangs 53-13, it says, in the 3rd quarter.
Jeez. On first down, it's a handoff. Shoemaker to the right side. He tries bouncing off the tackle. Lowers his shoulder, and he's able to pick up at least a yard, maybe 2. Hard-nosed running there by Chase Shoemaker. So Eldon coming out and making a statement. My goodness, 53 points against Fulton in the 3rd quarter.
I'm going to guess they're doing a lot of cramping, too.
I'm going to guess everyone in mid-Missouri is doing a lot of cramping today. I think there's broadcasters like us doing a lot of cramping. So 2nd and 8 for Versailles from their, we'll say, 27-yard line. Receiver comes in motion. It's a handoff. No, Bias keeps it. Gets up the middle. He's got a little bit of a block. Cuts to the left. Cuts back at the 35. Drops his shoulder, moving the pile to the 40-yard line. Fletcher Bias with the carry.
Well, that's been one of Versailles' most successful plays tonight.
And that's a Serdike Yamaha first down, and the Tigers are rolling. So Fletcher Bias, I didn't know what to expect with Fletcher. I saw him in the Jamboree, and I thought, all right, this kid's athletic and he can throw. But you never know. How's a quarterback going to play the first time he gets popped? How's he going to play the first time he takes a hit?
Exactly, and I'd like to see the stats, but I'm going to guess Fletcher's went over 100 yards here. And I wouldn't have expected that.
Handy Andy telling me it's the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company 4th quarter. It's just good luck for these Tigers, apparently. Appreciate you, Andy. We really do. Receiver comes in motion. That is Reese. They're going to give it to him. No, instead it's a handoff to Ty. No, that's Shoemaker. Excuse me. We got too many backs out there. Shoemaker fighting against 3 Panthers and getting positive yardage, a gain of about 4. I don't know how, because he ran into 3 guys. He just didn't care.
Yeah, he had some linemen come over and start pushing him too, so got him an extra yard there. We're still in this.
This has got to be rough for the defense. When you send Reese in motion, you got Ty going another direction, Shoemaker going another direction. Yeah, 6:17 to go, 24-18. It's a 6-point lead for Noster. Versailles with the ball and driving. It is 2nd and 6 Tigers operating from their own 44-yard line. out of the shotgun, and this is an interesting formation, but a timeout going to be called from Versailles. It looked interesting because I don't think it was the right formation.
I think it was a goofed up one is what I think.
Because they lined up. You had Reese back there as a halfback. You had Shoemaker. I don't know what Ty was playing center field somehow. I'm a little confused, but so that's going to be a Lloyd Belt automotive timeout called by Versailles. We'll go ahead and take a quick break and be right back. See what the Tigers have in store. Can they finish this fourth quarter comeback? Find out right here on KS95 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people. Call DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling.
Back here in the fourth quarter, the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company fourth quarter, 6:02 remaining in the quarter. Knob Noster a 6-point lead, but the Tigers have the ball on 2nd and 6 from their own 44-yard line. Bias out of the shotgun, a tight formation. He's going to drop back, though, looking to throw. He's going to put a little air under it, looking for Reese, and couldn't quite get it. Those two just once again on the same page. And Coach Seitz is not happy about something. I don't know what the play design was, but I don't quite think it was that. He was a little heated about how that play ended up, but that's all right. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers, still manageable. Once again, you're in 4-down territory at this point in the game.
Yeah, Fletcher was a little upset. He was holding his helmet there.
That's one that, I mean, if you throw it to the outside shoulder, they did have a safety helping that had a step on Reese. Don't get me wrong. If you make a jump ball with him, who knows what happens?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, 3rd and 6 for Versailles from the 44. And if you look, it looks like Knob is crowding that line. I think they want to send the hounds after him. Versailles may be able to get something quick here on a slant. I mean, they are really sending heat, or at least showing, and they do. Knob coming after him. Bias is going to take the sack. He is thrown down at the 32-yard line. You got to see that coming.
Yeah, it's right there. You see it coming. You got to step together as a line. You got to seal up them holes.
So what do you do now if you're Versailles? I mean, it's 5:30 to go, down by 6. However, you're facing 4th and 12.
Well, you're not going to do it with the running game right now. You're going to put it in the air.
They're going to go to the punt formation. They've got Murdoch back there to punt. Is he really going to punt?
There's no way.
At some point in time, you can fake this with Reese.
There's no way.
But it looks like he's actually going to punt this one. He does. And it's a pretty good punt. Hits at the 30, rolls to the 20, down to the 15, and out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. So Murdoch doing his best to pin Knob Noster deep. Can the Tiger defense get the big stop now?
They're going to have to. Body language, everybody is wore out.
My goodness. People always want to try to blow up my phone at the wrong time. To be fair, I think somebody I know is somehow hanging out with one of the Turnpike Troubadours, so I'm very confused.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a weird night. All right, Tiger defense now. Going to have to get the stop as Knob Noster takes over from the 14-yard line. Keep trying to peek around. 5:09 remaining in this fourth quarter. Knob Noster holding on to that 6-point lead. I would be surprised if Knob did anything but run this football, but we'll see. Out of the shotgun is Payne. Takes the snap. Quick handoff right up the gut. Tigers ready for it. Ty Ollison ready for it. Ty gave him a bear hug, introduced himself, and backed him all the way up.
That was a great play on Ty. The only thing I would say is these other Tigers that are standing there watching him need to get in there and start ripping that football out.
It's not a bad idea because Ty had him stood up. He wasn't going forward anymore, but
get in there and start punching and grabbing and ripping and trying to get that thing out of there. We need a turnover.
Knob Noster going to take their slow, sweet time here, just as anybody would, as that clock ticks away. 4:35 remaining. It's 2nd and 11 for the Panthers. Two wide receivers low out of the shotgun. Payne takes the snap. It's the handoff. No, he's going to keep it. Tigers waiting on him. He carries a couple of them forward, but it's going to be a minimal gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8, so a good job to not overrun the quarterback and be there to bring it down. I mean, Payne, though, still dragging some Tigers.
Yeah, just cover up that. He did a great job of covering up that ball, dragged a couple Tigers with him, and the big thing is that clock is still rolling.
3rd and 8 4:05 to go. So if the Tigers can get a stop here, they will have time with the football left. I don't know how many timeouts Versailles still has at this point. I think 2 of them.
I think 2.
So here we go. 3rd and 8. Do the Tigers have a stop in them? Payne out of the shotgun. The handoff. It's bobbled. It's on the ground. And the running back picks it up, and he is lit up. After picking up, the Tigers get a big stop on 3rd down, backing him up to the 9-yard line. So 3:34 to go. I don't know where the play clock's at because the play clock's out. So the Tigers, you got to think, are going to get this ball back somewhere around 3 minutes or just below. And the punter is all the way back in his own end zone.
Man, I think you got to come after this with everything you got.
I'm doing that, but I'm also putting somebody. I mean, who's back to return right now?
It should be Bias.
That is Bias back there to return. I mean, if you can, I would take a step back. And Bias is going all the way back to the 45. Punter from his own end zone, nearly blocked. It's a low punt. Can Bias get it? He grabs it at the 45, takes to the left side of the 40, 35, driving a defender to the 30, 25, stays on his feet. That's a late hit. No flag. No flag. Bias doesn't care. The crowd is pumped all the way to the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
That's your quarterback trucking defenders. That Fletcher, Bias, or Josh Allen.
It takes a lot of guts just to put your quarterback back there returning.
So 2:58 to go. Versailles with the ball. He got farther than I thought. He's at the 22-yard line. So you've got 2:58 to go, 22 yards. Jason, hear me out. We haven't seen a successful 2-point conversion tonight. This could come down to a 2-point conversion tonight.
Mercy. Oh, that's scary.
Can the Tigers go 22 yards? Bias out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Quick handoff to Shoemaker, left side. He's got a block up front, gets to the 20, the 15, driving all the way down to the 13-yard line. Hard running from Chase Shoemaker.
Here we come.
And now suddenly, if you're the Tigers, that clock you don't mind is bad. It's down to about 2:40.
No, you don't want to leave Noster another chance.
That is a big first down run. It's going to be about 2nd and 1. Coach is having a big talk with his assistants right now, getting them fired up. This crowd is into it. Tigers, 2nd and 1. Bias takes the snap. Quick handoff right up the gut is Shoemaker. Drives the pile down to the 9-yard line. Big run. Serdike Yamaha first down as the Tigers are rolling through the Case IH Crown Power Red Zone.
This is fun now. This is fun, man. Who wants it the most? All the cramping, all the heat, all the sweat. Who wants to win this thing?
What is the clock at? 2:10, 2:09 to go. Tigers first down, 1st and goal. Taking the snap, handoff. No, Bias is going to keep it. Tries to roll the right defender, gets there, and a good tackle by Knob. Bias maybe gains 1. But that little quarterback keeper has been there.
We're still letting it run. We still got a couple timeouts, but down to about 1:45 here.
This is, I don't think if you're the Tigers, you even care about time right now. You're inside the 10. Like I said, if you want to punch this thing in and let it come down to a 2-point conversion, so be it. But right now, you score any means necessary. 2nd and goal from the 9. Snap. It's a handoff inside. No, Bias going to keep it. Bounce the outside. That's
a good play right there.
That was a heck of a tackle. If he doesn't bring Bias down, I'm not positive he doesn't score.
No, that kid's made number 7 for Noster's made a lot of big plays tonight.
So back-to-back times they've tried to have Bias bounce it to the outside, and he hasn't been able to. Good tackles by Knob as it's at 1:05 on the clock. Tigers now facing 3rd and goal. Do you consider throwing it here?
I don't know.
You still got number 6 out there. If you get a one-on-one, do you consider it?
One-on-one.
Bias takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out right, looking to throw. He's going to keep it at the 5, going for the pylon. Does he get there? Touchdown, Tigers! The Tigers have rallied to tie it with 46 seconds left. All game long, we have seen failed 2-point conversions by both squads. Now, the Tigers with a chance to take the lead with a 2-point conversion here.
This is as big as it gets.
What a crazy game we have seen here tonight. And this is just week 1.
And Colton, look at our kids. Yeah, we just did something huge, and they are exhausted. They are running on fumes. They're not even energetic enough right now to even celebrate.
What if you're Coach Seitz, you've got that one play in your playbook that never fails. You're dialing it up right now.
Right now, and this is where he excels. This is where that man is really smart, man, with the X's and O's.
Oh my goodness, Jason, how are we going to make it through this season if all the games go like this?
These young Tigers, man, they're learning how to win. They're learning how to compete, and this is a great.
Jeez. Tipton won 52-7 tonight, so a solid start for them.
So it was a pretty tough for them, huh?
Still not as big a blowout as. I don't know who they played. I'll have to look. I mean, that sounds like most of their girls' basketball scores after the first quarter. If they give up 7.
Culpepper would be mad about that. It should have been 4.
Yeah, you gave up 7 points. Come on now. Oh, my goodness. Jason, I don't know if I'm going to have a voice left tomorrow. Here we go. What is it, 42 seconds? 46.8 seconds left in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company fourth quarter. Tigers have tied it up 24-all, going for 2 to take the lead. Bias takes the snap, handoff, left side. No, Bias keeps it. Throwing, wide open. It's scored. Tigers take the lead. Tigers take the lead. What a sell. And who catches it but Tyrus Allison?
Coach Seitz did it again.
Wait, no, is that tie?
I believe so.
I couldn't tell that was a 7 or an 11 on his chest.
I think it was tie. Yeah, it was tie.
No, that's 11.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure that was the X-Man.
Maybe it was. Either way, we got 2.
My goodness. What did I tell you? We were talking on the drive down the field. No one's been able to get a 2-point conversion until now.
Coach, I guarantee Coach Seitz drew one up just like he did on 4th and 11 when we had to have a first down to even have a chance to win this thing.
This is crazy. So I'm giving an update now. Versailles 26, Knob 24. And by the way, if you are watching this game, if you're listening to this game, you'd like to go back and watch some of these highlights, it will be available for you on YouTube as well as at mostsportszone.com. 10:46. We got off to a late start. Do the Tigers have a stop in? They don't even have to have a stop at this point. 46.8 seconds. The rules are simple. Kick this thing as deep as your foot will allow, and you keep everyone in front of you.
Everything has to stay in front of you.
I don't care if Jerry Rice walks out on that field. You don't let him get behind you. We talked about a new era in Tiger football, how they've been getting kids out, how they've been getting the crowd back into it. This is the kind of game that can really spark that for you this season.
Oh, this is a great first game for the year.
I just still can't believe what a 2-point conversion play. Tigers on the ensuing kickoff. 47 seconds left in this fourth quarter, and they're going to put it right up the middle. It's going to take off. Goes between his legs. I don't know if it touched him or not.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a live ball. Back at the 4-yard line, he picks it up. Tiger defense trying to pin him late. He does a good job getting to the left side, though. Turns it upfield, tackled out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. That was almost catastrophic.
Oh.
42 seconds. Knob Noster will start this drive on their 28-yard line.
You know they're going to do some quick outs and slants, and you know what's coming.
Knob has 2 timeouts remaining. So that's another big thing. Keep them in bounds. Keep that clock moving. So on 1st and 10 from their own 28, Knob with 3 wideout split to the right. Payne, he's been excellent all night long. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, rolls out to the right. He's got protection by the halfback back there, buying him a lot of time. Pass downfield, it's caught at the 39 and does a good job getting out of bounds. Good play by Knob as they pick up about 11 on that play up to the 39-yard line. Clock down to 35 seconds now. Or, well, they didn't pick up as much as I thought. No, they picked up about 11. Yeah. That's fine. But it's only up to about the 36, 37-yard line. 36 seconds to go. 35 seconds to go, excuse me. Knob out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers split out to the left. Rolling to the left. Setting his feet. Under pressure. He's got to loft it up. It floats. The receiver makes a great play on it. Catches it at the 40, but he's brought down inbounds. Will not burn a timeout. They're rushing up to the line. Clock down to 24 seconds. I think Knob burned a timeout there. That one was one of the, when he put that up, he had to throw it quick because of the pressure in his face.
Yeah, whoever number 55, I'm not sure who that was. He put the heat on him pretty good right there.
That was Tyler Morrison.
T-Mo, Tyler Morrison getting in part.
Tyler Morrison was close enough that he could probably tell you what Payne had for dinner tonight before the game. Once again, Coach bringing his boys into the huddle, and Coach Seitz saying, you got 24 seconds. 24 seconds between you and winning this game. Can you get a stop?
This is where the mental toughness comes in. Who wants it more? Who can finish this deal? Because both teams, I guarantee you right now, they're nervous. They're exhausted. You know, who's got that one last little ounce of left?
You have given so much of yourself tonight that half your team have cramped up. I mean, you're bruised, you're battered first game of the season, and starting a season 1-0 versus starting a season 0-1, it's a completely different feeling.
Yes.
So what do the Tigers have in store? Can you keep them from going 41 yards? Once again, you're going to be in this protective coverage. They're going to have safeties deep, which, I mean, they've got safeties all the way back at the 20-yard line right now, it looks like. They're going to keep everything in front, but also keep them in bounds. Noster down to one timeout remaining, operating from the Versailles 39-yard line, excuse me. No, 41. I was looking at something else. There was a player kneeling down. His shoe looked like a football to me. So from the Versailles 41, out of the shotgun is Payne. 3 wide receivers to his right. He rolls to the right, looking for a pass. Nothing there. Tigers trying to get a little pressure. Payne's going to keep it to the 40, 35, 30. Runs out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Nice 10-yard gain. Play clock down to 16 seconds.
Payne is cool as a cucumber, isn't he?
They're chipping away, Knob is, but that play took almost 10 seconds off the clock. So good job by the coverage of the Tigers. I'm not positive, but Payne had a guy open in the middle of the field. Payne saw him, but I think Payne also knew I can't go to the middle of the field right now.
Yeah.
16 seconds to go from the 30-yard line. Payne out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his left. He rolls to his left, sets his feet, wants to throw. Tiger pressure gets there. Payne has to scramble. Breaks the tackle to the 25, out of bounds at the 20. Tiger pressure forces him on the move. 8 seconds remain. We could be down to 1 play left. The Tigers are not letting him set his feet right now, but that secondary is working overtime.
It's been, but don't break defense time right now.
Right now, you lean on your secondaries. The boys up front, put the ears back and go get them. Make that quarterback move.
Jay Sean needs a big play right now from that end spot.
The crowd is on their feet. Knob from the 20-yard line, 8 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Versailles leads by 2. Rolling to his left, wants to throw. Tiger pressures there, lofts it in the air for the end zone. And he picked up! It's picked up! Reese Murdoch seals the game. It's over. Versailles opens the season with the win over Noster. What a play. You lofted up in the big safety. Mr. Murdoch, tip your hat.
Like I said, players make plays, man, and he showed up big.
What a way to start the season. Versailles is going to win this one. And immediately following the play, kids cramping up again, I believe. But we're going to take a break. Your postgame is coming up. You've been listening to KS95 Sports.
It's not called a farm won't or a farm can't. It's the Case IH Farm All Series, and it's available now at Crown Power and Equipment. And instead of telling you that the Case IH Farm All can do baling, mowing, pulling, raking, and digging, we'll just give you the list of things it won't do. Ready? Nothing. Get your Case IH Farm All Series today at Crown Power and Equipment and find out why Can Do comes in red. Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. Find a location near you at crown-power.com.
Car buying has definitely changed a lot. I don't dread it at all anymore, thanks to everybody at Lloyd Bell Automotive. I knew what SUV I wanted. I knew right about what I wanted to pay, but I thought it was going to be hard to find until I mentioned it to the guys at Lloyd Bell Automotive, and they had one here within 2 days. They brought it to me. They made sure I loved it, worked out all the financing. I've never done business like that before. Lloyd Bell Automotive is definitely making car buying fun again, and as a busy mom, I appreciate them very much.
Lloyd Bell Automotive, downtown Eldon.
Stepping onto the boat, pushing off from the dock, tying on the perfect bait, and casting a line.
Grandpa, we got one.
Sharing your favorite hobby. Brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. From total joint replacement to memories that can't be replaced.
My fish is bigger than yours.
Our commitment runs deep. Learn more at lakeregional.com.
Since 1991, Capital Monuments and the Atterbury family has served and supported the Mid-Missouri area. They've been offering generations of memorial experience by designing and creating the highest quality monuments. At Capital Monuments, they specialize in creating personalized and lasting tributes, from pre-need and at-need family memorials to military and community tributes. Come in and talk with one of their monument design specialists. They're located west of Jefferson City in Apache Flats, or visit capitalmonuments.com for photo samples. Capital Monuments, the tribute that lasts forever.
And we are back. It is time for post-game coverage here. This is the Shed Batting Cages post-game show. Whew. Jason, we couldn't have started week one any more on edge.
That was fun, man. That was an absolute dogfight.
You talk about a momentum swing. Versailles came out in the second half and looked like they had no juice. I mean, Knob was doing whatever they wanted, and Versailles couldn't muster up any kind of offense. And it came down to 4th and 11 at the start of the fourth quarter, and they dialed up a quick slant for Reese Murdoch, almost a screenplay by design. And Reese took that thing for a first down, and it seemed like that sparked something in these Tigers.
They did. You know, every time you thought they were dead, something happened. They make that play. We got a turnover. Just little things. You know, Knob had the big run down here. We get it back, and it's just like, my Lord, we had so many chances we could have gave up, but we didn't, and we just kept going and plugging, and that's how this game is played.
And it's worth noting that Reese does that, and then he goes on to the last play of the game. I think we'll both agree. Reese is banged up. Something happened out there. He does not look like
he's not 100%.
That kid, if it tells you that, he seals the game with a jump ball, which I'm just saying, if you do your homework, you don't throw a jump ball at Reese Murdoch.
Don't go play jump ball with Reese.
No, it's not a good game. You don't win often, and that was learned. Reese at 60% went up looking like a high jump champion, picked that one off, sealed the game. The kid runs up 10 yards and drops to the ground in pain. He's so beat up. Looked like an old man walking off the field, but it didn't matter. When it was game time, he showed up.
Yeah, he's a big-time player. Everybody knows it, and he showed it there. But, man, you know, Colt, we were talking last week about all the new faces. It took new faces tonight to win this game.
It did.
I mean, it was big. TJ Schofield coming in with a big touchdown catch. On defense, you have Zeke Miller making some plays. You have some new faces tonight that won this ball game.
Absolutely.
Reese finished it.
He did.
But this was a team effort because everybody was cramped out, wore out, tired. So I'm proud, man.
You even pointed out on that pick, part of the reason that pick was caused because Jay Sean was coming.
Jay Sean, he rolled that kid. I can't wait to watch that on tape, actually.
Yeah.
That excites me. He rolled that kid, and he was coming, man.
That was a great showing, and I think we're kind of in agreement. We're going to give out the Vicky Devine eXp Realty MVP Player of the Game, and you know, there's a lot of kids that could get this.
Yes, you can make an argument for a lot of kids.
You could, but I think playing through injuries and making the big spark like you did and sealing the game, I feel like we got to go to Reese Murdoch.
I agree, and you know, if I could, I would even say Fletcher Bias, son, you have arrived. You played great tonight, under fire. You ran for probably over 100 yards. You made some big plays. You're learning this game. I couldn't, you know, Reese, you finished it. You made some big plays too, but I got to give a huge shout out to Fletcher Bias as well because this game's new to him. He's a new quarterback.
Yeah.
And to play under fire, to play in a stressful game like this, he showed up, man. That's big.
He absolutely did, and it's worth noting. This is the first game of the season. They're still learning to gel. There was still a lot of times that it seemed like Fletcher and Reese weren't quite in symmetry yet, and I'm telling you right now, if you're scouting and you're a team in the conference or whoever, you better know those two names because they're going to figure it out eventually, and that big arm with that big athleticism, they're going to be a problem.
Yeah, you know, and not getting, you know, people don't understand how much practice you have to be good. And I know Knob went through the same thing because every team did in the state. But we did. You just can't get good practice in this heat with all the rules, the no pads, no this, 1 hour on the turf.
Yeah.
Man, you're struggling to take kids inside. I mean, there's only so many plays you can run in the gym. There's only so much whiteboarding you can do try to get. And nobody really had a good practice week. And Knob was no different. You know, I guarantee it was just as hot over there on their turf as it was ours. But, man, to come out and gut through a game like that, when you're down, I mean, I thought we were beat at one point. I was like, man, our body language is not good. We're dragging. Yeah. To come back, hey, all credit to the Tigers, man.
Hey, a big win for Versailles, and we'll be back with coverage next week. Next week, we're going to be with the Old Mustangs who rolled over Fulton tonight. I mean, putting 50-something on the board in the third quarter. But we're pretty certain they held on to win that one. So both the squads we cover starting off at 1-0. But Eldon will be back home next week. Eldon, what they put up in this one?
It says fourth quarter.
Oh, in the fourth quarter, it's 60-13. I feel comfortable saying they're going to win that one.
I don't think the Fulton's coming back.
I don't think so. So Eldon will start off at 1-0 as well. So we'll be with Eldon as they play host to Owensville next week. Versailles goes on the road next week to Warsaw, a district foe. A lot on the line in that game. That could be very important at the end of the season.
That's a big game, and maybe maybe that becomes a new rivalry game for us too. You know, Warsaw's some big kids. They bringing back quite a bit this year, if I remember.
That's conference and
both
district
sides
foe
of the
now.
ball, you know, and they had some big kids, and so that's going to be tough.
But hey, new season. Tigers are 1-0. Start the season. Jason, it's been a lot of fun. What do you say we do it again next week?
Hey, I'm all about it, man.
All right. Well, for Eric on the roof, for Mark back at the studio, he's Jason. I'm Colton, and this has been another presentation of KS95 Sports. Good night.
Confirmed dead. A shooting at the Chicago White Sox game Friday night causes some scary moments for fans. This woman says she saw medics taking a victim out of the stands.
She was bleeding from her leg. She had been bandaged, and when she got to the top of the